Hello, Knight. Welcome to the stream. I'm still setting some things up and waiting for my co-host, but we will start real soon. Hi, Atlas. How are you? What's the haps? You know, setting things up, getting ready for stream, stretching, getting used to streaming on my original YouTube channel. It's been a minute. Hopefully I set everything up correctly. I hope. Hey, hi Stardew, hi Tony! You just bought this game a few days ago? That's a funny coincidence. I was just gifted this game by Blaze, a regular viewer. Congrats Atlas on being done with finals! Yay! Yippee! Let me just fish. Alright, I need to notify my Discord. Ooh. I'm also hastily eating. I was so busy prepping for stream, I forgot to eat. So I'm doing that now. Hooray for eating! Thank you. I am enjoying it. Yum. Yummers. I think, I know a little bit about this game. I watched my friend Kanye go through it a little bit. It seemed very fun. I don't know too much about it, though. I'm excited. I hear the story's really good. And I do love me a good story. Hi, Kurt. Hi.
Right, I'm not crashing anything, am I?
I mean, I'm live, but hi.
You're not streaming.
I am. Hi, B.
Oh.
Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, didn't even invite me. Messed up.
Sorry, I thought of greeting Kanye as soon as I got the game. I was like, yo. This game is from 2012? Actually, I have no... yes, actually. It is. It was posted in 2012.
Yeah, no, Mihoyo is pretty old. It's good from what I read. I never got it, so I got wrapped up in other things around that time.
Are you okay?
Oh, I think it's allergies or I might be sick. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Hi, Blaze, by the way. You do sound quite ill. I hope you get better soon.
I am extremely messed up and dying, which unfortunately means I am in no position to stream even if I wanted to. Or sorry, no. I'm in no position to stream. You get the point. I hope you three have a wonderful time playing Mihoyo.
Thank you. I hope you feel better soon. Yes.
Anyway, when you do Tsukime Remake or Fate, on my hand.
I'll keep it in mind. Tony is not in VC, but he is in chat.
Hey, Tony, in chat. Nice to see you.
Kurt is the one who is with me in VC at the moment.
Yeah. I don't sound like Tony. Tony's like a New Yorker, right?
No, I don't think Tony's from New York.
Where's Tony from?
Tony, you don't need to dox yourself. But if you want, you can. Hi, Blaze. Hi, everyone in chat. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well.
How's back this chat?
Twitch is a little busy. Atlas is my ride or die in my YouTube chat. Hi, Atlas. I love you.
Atlas.
My goat. My RPG Maker goat who knows ball.
Absolutely.
Let me just get this set up. Yeah.
You have fun with Witch on the Holy Night. I gotta get back to doing stuff for my Cyberpunk campaign. I'll see
Good
you
luck.
all.
Bye-bye.
Tell Kanye and Greed I said hi.
Okay. I'll try to remember holding down the YouTube fort. Yes, thank you. Let me just do Witch on the whole. Maybe you just have New Yorker vibes, man. Maybe you just got the vibe of someone who's just walking in. Maho tsukai no yoru. Is that how it's spelled? Mahoyo. I don't know the
New Yorker
Romanji.
vibes. What the heck?
Oh, hi, Tony. Welcome.
Hello.
Here to keep me company while I set up for stream and wait for the
Sure.
others.
Yep.
This is
Your coaches? Is that
my what?
Here? What game is this?
Oh, this is a Mahoya game, Witch on. I keep saying Witch of, but it's Witch on the Holy Night. So a visual novel.
Oh, I thought this was a fighting game.
What? Maybe you were thinking of something else, yeah.
Type Moon. I think Type Moon has a fighting game. That's yes.
I think so, yes. Let me crack open a cold one real quick.
I'm thinking of Melty Blood.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I thought that's what this was. I thought I was watching Danny play a fighting game.
Honestly, that was my first introduction to it too, because... Oh, hi, Greed. I know that Kanye and Greed talked about Melty Blood. And I kind of associate this sort of... I think it was around the time I was introduced to, Is Melty Blood the one that, we voiced? I forget.
No, I don't think we voiced anything, actually. Was this for any, like, Type Moon work? I don't think we did anything.
What was that fighting game that we did voice? I forget.
Oh, it was, Under Night, which was developed by the guys who made Melty Blood, yeah.
Oh, it's all coming together. No wonder it's all,
Yeah,
like,
and
a mess in my head.
Yeah.
That was so fun, even if some of the arcade stuff was a little
Yeah.
silly and long.
Mucho texto.
Mucho texto.
Oh, shit.
Hi!
Hey guys.
Hello! Hi!
Oh,
Jesus!
the gang's all here, and Tony.
And Tony,
Tony,
hi
Tony.
Tony.
I was
Tony, you
thinking
can stay
Danny
for...
I
You can
can
stay while
stay?
You can stay for as long as I prepare the stream promotions on my socials. Then I'll have to
Got
kill
it.
you.
Ah!
I will have to snipe you at that time.
Alright.
Naho Tsukai no Yoru? Is that the Japanese?
Mahotsukai no Yoru.
Yay! Y'all mind if a Filipino speaks a little Japanese?
Hola.
Hola! What was that noise that you played? You made Blaze jump.
Oh, it's the hunter from Left 4 Dead 2.
Oh, no wonder it was so scary. I didn't like it.
epic.
And Twitch.tv. Yes, for those unfamiliar, I don't know. I imagine like maybe some people didn't even know that I started streaming on my other channel because I didn't really promote it very much. But hi, I used to stream on daniople TV because I liked being on a separate channel and streaming, and it was nice. But every time I had to move from my main channel to my not main channel, YouTube would be like, yo, check out your metrics. Check out the huge disparity in subscribers and views that you're having. How does that make you feel? And I'm like, oh,
How would you rate
Thanks,
it? Thanks, man.
I don't want to look at this. This makes me feel bad.
YouTube hates you personally.
Right? It felt like that. So I'm like, I don't want to look at this anymore. I'm gonna move back to my main channel so I don't have to look at it. So here I am! Yay!
Yay!
Oh wait, let me get your sprites ready. I'm assuming you have your Fujitech all set up?
Yup.
Cool. Let me just get this situated. Oh my gosh, where did your sprites go? Come back. Yay, over statistics! Yeah, I don't know. I'm not very good when I think about numbers and stuff like that. I'm just like, it gets to my head, and not in a good way.
That's okay, I get you.
Yeah, you get
Awful.
me.
You should suck.
This shit is so ass. Oh, there you are.
Was it-
Okay.
Fucking Arby's
So-
commercial, what was it?
I see. I messed up the shading on your hair in one of your sprites. What?
Oh, it's okay.
I'm so sorry.
Wait, I could fix it. Wait, can I?
You can try.
I went
Then
through
let me
devastating
get
news.
Oh yeah?
What's up?
My boss likes Arby's.
Is that so bad?
Thank you, Speed.
He loves
Bud.
the meats.
He loves Arby's.
Oh, they
Thank you,
have good
Steve.
curly
The top
fries,
one?
but I think that's
Yeah.
it.
No, he especially talked about the burger, like the,
Oh.
one of the what did he called it? What do you get from Arby's? What's like their burger, like their Miss Staple?
Do they have
I
a
don't
staple? Like
Arby's
bacon
Staple
something?
meal. Rocky, what do you miss?
Boom, fix it, easy, check that out.
Oh, okay. Let me refresh your sprite. Do.
La la, la la. I talk you so you can see the talk sprite.
Why
Talk
do I not
sprite.
see it updated? What?
The-
Fuji, please.
Would you please? What? Hold on, let me
Oh my
swap
god.
and then swap back to it.
Okay,
There
you
you go,
fixed it.
that
Oh my
was an ad.
gosh. Holy shit. Bro, that
There
was
you go,
so
boom.
fast. Bro, you're a wizard.
Wasn't hurry.
Okay, our sprites are ready. I just have to announce it on B-Sky, and we're ready to roll.
And then we killed Tony.
Oh,
And then we kill Tony live!
Oh,
Yay! Oh, true, this is a
How are
visual
we gonna
novel
do it
we will
with
be
rocks?
reading.
Or
With
Tony, we're
what?
gonna put you on a suicide
Oh,
mission to
right.
save the planet Earth.
Yo!
Yay!
Project
Tony.
Hail... Project Hail Tony? Oh my god.
Project Kill Tony, that's what we're calling it, yeah.
I already
I
got
saw the-
Rocky here with me.
Oh, he got his own Rocky too.
Bro.
But like, I saw the movie. Maybe like, me tear up and cry like stuff with that.
I gotta watch
Oh,
it.
it was a good
It's a really-
movie.
Really good movie.
I might watch
And-
it this week.
Oh, it was so cool. I watched it with theaters. We rented out a whole theater, and it was just me and my
What?
friends. Because I don't know, I guess we found a good time because no one else wanted to watch it at that time. So the whole theater was ours. So we didn't shut up. We made so many horrible inside jokes throughout the entire movie and didn't annoy anyone else. It was awesome.
Awesome.
It's like when me and my friends watch Cocaine Bear.
That's the beauty of it.
I forgot that was a movie that happened.
I
Yeah,
still
we all
haven't
just-
watched it.
We all
that
dress up
movie
in
sounds like a
suits.
Tubi original.
You're
It
right.
does.
I mean, it could be.
Oh, also chat, how does everyone sound? Let me know if they're too quiet, too loud, if I'm too loud, I'm overpowering them.
Except for me.
'Cause I
I
don't want-
won't be here.
Tony, I hope you're ready. Your time
What?
is coming. It's perfect? Cool! That does not bode well for you, Tony. It's time.
What is
Oh no.
what is like the what do they say like in the Passage Try to Undertale right before like when they tell him first they're like, yeah, Asu's gonna kill you, we're gonna sacrifice you to Asgore. And this is okay.
This is a good thing. You should be
Yeah,
happy.
like, you should be happy. You're gonna be free now.
That's so scary,
guys.
bro. Frisk is like 5, bro. Come on.
Imagine you're 5 years old, walking to like what could be your death, and they're like, "You're gonna be free now. We're
Bro.
gonna kill you."
It's like talking to like an animal you're gonna put down. You're gonna be free. No more pain.
It's gonna be okay. Aren't you happy?
Oh my god, that's so dark. I never thought about it that way.
I need this animated immediately. All right,
Okay,
bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, Cody.
We'll see you in
Stream, I'll
chat.
be watching.
Also,
Yes.
did he get a stream? Did he have a stream?
Fuck.
I told you.
Okay, here.
Tony died
Alright.
on his way back to his home planet.
This is so sad. Thank you guys. I made these Pngtubers today. I was like, oh god.
They did it so awesome.
Thank you. I
That's
was
so
like,
cool.
I need to make Pngtubers now. So I did, because Blaze went out of his way to buy me this game. Thank you, Blaze in chat, for getting me this game, and now I can stream it and
Yes.
experience Peak with everyone. Yay!
Yes. This would be Danny's first entry into the Type Moon franchise.
I'm
Besides,
so
like,
excited.
Besides us reading like the Tsukihime remake on like
True.
machine translation, like
True.
3 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably at this
4.
point.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Is a English translation out yet?
Yeah, it's there's an official translation on the PlayStation version
And the Switch.
which-
Yeah.
and the Switch. Yeah,
They
Oh,
haven't put it on Steam yet, which is weird.
they hit us.
oh man.
Maybe they'll do it
Hopefully.
when the other parts of the remake come out.
Oh,
True. And then maybe we could ship it together.
True.
Perhaps in 2030.
In
Yeah,
2030.
2030. That's
Yes.
when Lumina comes out, and then
Bro.
There's a lot.
I see,
Yeah.
I see. Alright, who should be reading?
it's like a narrator. You want to start us off, Danny? This
Oh,
is your
okay.
stream.
Do you guys have
You should be
drinks, by the
happy.
way? Oh my god! Oh, what are
a
you
water
doing with that
bottle.
knife? Oh, okay, cool.
I got drink.
A cold water bottle.
I got a cold Coca-Cola, which is kind of not good when you're reading, but it's okay. It was a winter's day 8 years ago. That solemn morning when she understood the value of life for the very first time. Oh! Her home was nestled on the side of a mountain. Around it was nothing but inhospitable wilderness. She had no neighbors or childhood friends to speak of. Things like traveling to school or playing outside were more trouble than they ought to be. Indeed, with its... Oh, yes?
Oh, we can hear it. The stream can hear it fine. We can hear it.
Oh! Let me fix that. I remember I muted it because I was screen sharing myself doing homework, and I was like... to keep myself awake, I was streaming like really loud, obnoxious noises.
Oh, that's so
Okay.
real.
Okay, fixed! Yay! Also, I will shrink us down because we're starting to block the text. Whoops.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Hopefully this is better. Yes. Oh fuck. What was that? Indeed, with its pure water and bright stars, it was a place rich with memories, both frustrating and delicious? That was only during summer, though. Winters in those mountains were extremely frigid, each morning more severe than the last. Her father would drive her to the train station, after waiting 10 minutes for the engine to warm up and the iced-over windows to clear. Oh, there's voice acting?
Yup. It wasn't at
Whoa.
first until like the remaster or whatever came out like a couple years ago.
Oh, cool. Her father would savor his morning coffee, leaving her to venture outside and rev the engine. Out the front door she would go, traversing the garden with icy breath until she reached that old sedan mentioned. As always,
Yup.
she inserted the key, then started the ignition. The engine rumbled to life. So, I'm assuming the back is kind of like child's drawings, child scribbles. Interesting. Just as she proudly finished that humble task she'd done so many times before... Oh. A shrill scream pierced the air. She knew, even though it wasn't human, that the feeble sound was a cry of agony. A few moments passed.
Did you hear it?
Guys, did you hear that? Her father came out and opened the hood of the car. Oh, freaking fan belt. No! No!
Yeah, this is how it opens up.
No! A monstrous
not
looking
awesome.
engine. It's something that didn't belong. No!
Look, they look so at peace here, man. This is fucked up.
They're free. They're gonna be free.
Are you happy? They're gonna be free.
There was a cat, a mother by the looks of it, and her 2 kittens.
This game came out. This game originally came out what, like 4
2012?
years before Undertale?
Oh my god.
2012.
Yeah. Oh my god. The 3
The
cats
story
had been.
had been like written for like quite some time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
about a
Before that.
decade probably.
Oh my god. The 7 cat souls or something. Yeah.
But,
This is so fucked up. They've been huddling for warmth in the engine's compartment because it was cold outside. The mother cat was missing its head. One of the kittens had been mangled beyond recognition by the engine belts and surely died instantly. The other kitten, its face half covered in blood, panted faintly. It desperately clung to its mother, or rather the chunk of meat that had been its mother, with the last bit of life it could muster. Her father lamented their plight. The previous night had been especially cold. After he had returned home yesterday, the cats must have snuck under the hood, drawn by the warmth of the engine. They had slept next to the engine, and awoken to a storm of spinning belts. Cars in the 80s were not sealed particularly well, so this was not unheard of. Oh, so this is the 80s. Okay.
Yep.
Her father's voice seemed distant. She could only make out a small tuft of the kitten's gray fur. The rest of it was caked in the blood of its mother and brother. I can see its skull. The fragile life of a speckled kitten, trembling and possibly blind, it continued to nuzzle against its dead mother's chest. She took the kitten into her arms and ran deep into the mountains to her grandfather's house. Was it because she was overcome with regret? Or was it the shock of grief? Years later, she still wasn't sure. Fighting back the welling tears, she burst into her grandfather's workshop. Her grandfather was a magician who could do anything. She had never seen magic. She knew that magic was a fantasy straight out of fairy tales, but so was her grandfather. She had to find him. He was the only one who could help. Damn, the voices are awesome. The cave-dwelling magician said indifferently, This kitten needs our help," she pleaded. Whether it was a simple task or a Herculean labor, her grandfather would not say. He simply granted the girl's childish wish, like a machine. Domain expansion.
Oh, you're lucky, Tenkai.
Oh. Yo, we got HD!
Scare.
Oh no, the girl said. Before she knew it, however, she was holding a tiny corpse in her hands. Its fur was cold. The warmth of life had left its body. And the tears she had fought so hard to hold back poured from her eyes. Regret spread through her chest like an endless gray sky. Her mind struggled to come to grips with what had just occurred. The last 10 minutes were a total blank. Who she met, what she had known, it was all as if it had never happened. The only thing she was sure of was that life, once extinguished, can never return. This bum-ass magician grandpa. God damn. That day, it was her mistake that gave birth to me. Huh? Indeed. Whatever occurred that day, it was a day of nostalgia and longing. This is the fairy tale of 8 years ago. The day they first met that no magic can ever bring back. Awesome transition. One hell of an opening. Hello?
Right?
Arrogant, greedy, and able only to destroy. I must be a wolf. I don't have regrets. There's no looking back. If my pride has left you behind, my sincere condolences. Is this me? Sorry, I should have asked. My bad, yo.
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
But at any rate, I suppose it's my fate to die at the hands of Little Red Riding Hood.
Try writing gift.
Yo, true. Gem alert!
Gem alert, chapter 1, bruh.
Chapter 1. Let me hide us real quick. Strange one. That's what it says on the bottom right. Yeah, it would have been cool if they went ghost trick with it, but maybe. Maybe they will. We don't know. Hehe. You ever just kill a family of 3 and give birth to someone? Man,
God,
that's
I hope
crazy. Yeah. Okay, who is this?
I just honestly have an idea in my head.
Go for it.
I could read for this.
Okay.
It was a quiet morning. From her bed, she could see the sky was an ashen watercolor gray. The thermometer displayed 43 degrees Fahrenheit, rather unforgiving temperature for November.
Oh, they converted it to freedom units just for us.
Yeah,
Wow.
just for us. Her stomach woke her up with a growl, pathetically reminding her that she had completely missed breakfast. Lazy mornings like today's were, for her, a blessing. It was already well past 8 in the morning. On any ordinary weekday, tardiness would be unavoidable, but today, classes were canceled in commemoration of the school's anniversary. Gratefully, she had every intention of taking it easy for the first time in ages. Outside the window was a gloomy gray, and it reminded her of more of an evening than morning. It wasn't a pleasant morning by any stretch of the imagination. But having been up all night until just 3 hours ago, she couldn't care less about the weather outside. All she cared about was more sleep.
Me too, man.
She's just like me for real.
For real!
As long as she could spend her morning in bed, what was happening outside was no concern to her.
Oh.
Shut the curtains.
Ooh.
Then closed her eyes and tried to sleep. Tried to let sleep reclaim her. Blech.
That's how you know it's a teen? But I'm like this every morning. And I'm not a teen. What does that mean for me? Wow.
Blissful slumber found her soon enough. Her consciousness faded. However, oh my fucking god, her simple request would be mercilessly refused.
Not this shit again.
Pick up the phone, baby. Ooh.
I was thinking of that.
A faint but shrill sound lingered in her ears. It was the unmistakable ring of a telephone. Much to her chagrin, her eyes popped open out of habit.
Like a pug.
Dragon?
Chagrin, but you were close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
The telephone was situated in the foyer. Is it foyer or foyer? I'm pretty sure it's foyer, right?
Yeah. At least I think so.
I don't know.
I don't know. That one image of like the monkey holding his head.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
It sounds
foyer on the
fancier,
first
so I'm
floor.
gonna assume it's right.
Exactly. Entering it meant walking down a 30-foot corridor and going down a flight of stairs.
Yeah, this house big!
This house big as hell. In her sleep-deprived state, that distance seemed somewhere between incredibly far and astronomically far.
Yeah.
When I read too fast in my own bridges,
I feel it.
the
Mhm.
phone's incessant ringing continued. She knew the caller would eventually give up. She ignored it, but she chose to fight the urge.
Damn! What a house! Okay.
She thought her housemaid would get it, but she soon had abandoned all hope. Realization struck that her housemaid did not have the day off from school and was likely in class at a prestigious little hilltop academy. The caller proved incredibly persistent. That persistence made the volume of the ringing seem even louder.
They want to sell you stuff so bad. I'm sleeping it. Oh, here's the room.
She was left with no choice but to get up, throw top on, and leave the room.
On the left, are those like slippers? Like, you know, slippers you wear around the house? I see. So cozy.
So cute.
So cute.
The room is awesome.
True. The rest of the house is so cold. Literally.
She rubbed her hands together to warm her numb fingers. Mansion's heating system, it was inadequate, to say the least. Which meant that winter was the very worst of uninvited guests. Never more so than on a dreary morning as this, when one didn't need to use a thermometer to know how cold it was.
It cold as fuck.
It cold as hell! The mansion sat in the mountains and was surrounded by dense forest. Winter always arrived here first before moving on to nearby towns. The robotic ring of the telephone reverberated throughout the long hallway.
Girl, you gotta pick that up.
Please pick it up.
Please.
The mansion's furnishings had been so perfectly maintained that it made the place feel unlived. It seemed lonelier than it did splendid. Coupled with the dreary morning, it could have passed for a haunted house.
Please pick it up.
She counted more than 30 rings since it first began. Caller either had a lot of free time on their hands or had a good understanding of the house's circumstances. She had a strong hunch that it was a ladder. The window above looked out onto a gloomy sky. She hastened to catch the unrelenting ring in the act as soon as possible.
Wow, ASMR.
Though she had a feeling that her happy morning might come to a close the moment she caught it. It was here that a series of incidents began. Apologies for the lack of romance to this tale.
It's okay.
For whether it be objectively true or merely
Supposition.
It is always from gloomy and unassuming beginnings that extraordinary events are set into motion.
Maybe mornings are just true. Maybe cold mornings are just cursed, you know?
True.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Peek alert.
Lock in.
Yes, I'm leaning forward. The planners.
Creators.
Oh.
They wrote this story, goddamn 1980 something, I think.
Wow.
I remember.
At least from the 90s, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
This was their first entry into the Type Moon franchise, but it wasn't completed until a full work until 2012.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they were working on it for a while.
Mm-hmm. They had this in their back pocket for an entire decade.
Damn.
Yeah.
Plus, probably.
It's really pretty. I have to wonder, it probably looks very different than the original.
It is vastly different, comparable to old Fate and original Tsukihime. And then
different and charming. So there's more. The art is different. They added lots of sounds and voice acting. Did they change the music as well?
The soundtrack is still the same. The presentation of everything is roughly still the same. It's just like it got higher quality due to it now being ported to newer consoles and stuff, and added voice acting.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is the story the same?
Story is basically the same. It's all the same.
Okay. Because I know, like, in Tsukihime, they changed some things in the story, because there were some interesting bits.
Yes.
They also introduced new characters in the remake.
Yeah.
Oh!
The remake is just an entire remake of the original story.
Damn, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. This is just a remaster.
Ah!
Higher quality port.
Re-release, really.
Yeah, re-release, yeah.
That's cool.
Yes. Blazer, you're so right. Blazer's so right. Because, honestly, Mihoyo, I love Tsukihime Remake. I love Takeuchi's art, unironically. But Koyama, the main artist for this game, is like one of my favorite Type Moon artists.
I can see why. Blaze knows ball.
It's so pretty.
It is. Witch of the Holy Night! Yay! Title drop!
Oh my god, it's the title.
Holy fuck!
That one Spider-Man clip where like the guy is like playing the Spider-Man 2 game and then gets to the first, not even the first swing, pauses the game. This is the greatest game ever made.
So pretty. I'm so excited to see the guy. I think that's the only thing I know about this game. It's like the guy staring like deadpan into the camera.
He's so awesome. I love that autistic man.
Hold on, I'm gonna fix something in stream. The goat? Yeah, I think he's well beloved from what I can tell. And I think from what little I know, I can see why.
So awesome.
I don't remember, like, maybe I watched you replaying this remaster at some point, and that's where I saw it? Maybe. Okay, so for horizontal chat, I would like to remove the limit, so messages can be as long as people want. But don't abuse that, okay, guys? Don't abuse it. Please don't send super duper long, like, B-movie paragraphs. Okay, thank you guys. Let us continue. Is it Greed's turn to read?
Greed, would you like to read narration?
Yeah, I can read it. I can take it from here for a bit, yeah.
So go.
The rain had subsided somewhat by the time she reached the school gate. Sunlight seemed to be playing peekaboo behind the clouds in the distance. It looked like it might be cleared up by early afternoon.
と言っても、私には関係のない話だけど。
The weather reflected her luck. On top of being forced out of the house at such an early hour, she had to suffer through a winter rain.
Fuck my
It's cold as
chud
hell.
life. True.
I'm getting a bad feeling about this. The sinking feeling she had only grew as she passed through the entrance and headed inside.
Classroom!
She didn't encounter any other students along the way. Nor did she see anyone taking part in club activities either. The reception desk to the faculty room simply read "Faculty closed." The school had given all of its students the day off. Except those explicitly summoned, like her.
Yeah, Stardew, classrooms are a bitch to draw. And all these backgrounds, they're so beautiful. I'm like, damn. Someone had to do all that.
I would have blown myself up with a bomb.
Clean off.
The fact that irked her more and more as the minutes passed. Honestly, visual novel artists do deserve a lot more credit for drawing backgrounds.
So true! They go crazy. Meanwhile, me, I slap on 10 filters and put on dithering effect to make it pixelate. Yeah, baby!
3D model.
True!
You see me once again.
But yeah.
Real life photo, but filters on it.
Yes! True. Just like the old days, baby. That's how I like it.
Yeah.
But I would be pissed if I were summoned to school when everyone else is gone. I'd be mad.
This is bullshit. She opened the door to the faculty room and headed toward the desk she had visited a number of times before. The man at the desk wore a plain shirt and suit that were nonetheless neatly pressed. Slim flame grasses adorned his face, giving off an amicable yet cunning air. The mild-mannered image this mid-20s man presented clashed with the cigarette he smoked. He didn't appear to have noticed her yet.
Yamashiro-sensei.
He closed the door with a bang. Showing no response to the sudden sound, Mr. Yamashiro lifted his head. I forgot they don't include the H's on.
I have never seen this man in my life. What?
That's a goat.
Is he? Okay.
No.
Oh no! I'm so fucking scared.
He's just a normal dude.
Guys are scaring me. Guys are scaring me.
No, I'm like actually serious. Having graduated from this high school himself, Mr. Yamashiro was not much older than the rest of his students.
What was that, Kanye?
He's like, he is just a guy, and like, he is like every for someone who's like stuck up and like very serious all the time. He is like the worst nightmare because he is like the most chill like adult ever.
Wow, he is the
He's
goat.
like if a substitute teacher was a permanent teacher somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so true! Hold on, that captured it perfectly. I get it now. I get it.
Yeah, this is what he meant by him being a literal normal person.
Yeah.
For that reason, the students preferred him over the other teachers, see what I mean?
Yeah, he's hip with the times. He knows what 6'7" is.
Yeah, he's just lazy.
Do not tell those juristic
He always had something interesting to talk about and kept conversations casual. In fact, he seemed more like an older student than a teacher, but she unfortunately didn't share her fellow students' fondness for him. She was of the opinion that teachers should come across as more austere, I guess. Fuck.
Austere?
I think so. Austere.
Something
yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like an iron fist that could inspire both love and hate in equal measure. Not a buddy to joke and pal around with.
Damn, okay.
He was the exact opposite of how she felt a teacher should be. It was only natural that her manner towards him would be forced and unfriendly. Not that she'd ever been wired to make friendly small talk.
Oh, sorry, sir. Did not mean to interrupt.
Matter of fact answer perfectly matched the displeasure displayed on her face.
She's mad. Big mad.
Her bad mood from having to get up early and the tiredness from staying up late must have collectively made her look positively adversarial.
Something about his glasses looks like it was a little bit like they rendered it separately and then they put it on, you know what I mean?
Wait,
Dude, it does look like a PNG now. It does look like a PNG slapped on his face, dude.
先生、その件ですけど、私まだ詳しい話を聞かされていないのですが。
Did not know they were about to play in her face today.
As Mr. Yamashiro met her piercing eyes, he finally understood the reason behind her tone and slowly put out his cigarette.
Oh, he's the kind of character that keeps his... Oh, true! I wonder... No, the window's not open. It's raining outside.
Oh.
But he keeps his eyes closed all the time, I see. He's that kind of guy. Get your ass up! Go to school!
転入生の紹介をするとだけです。理由も脈絡もない説明でした。
One of Mr. Yamashiro's eyebrows stood up, impressed with the brevity of her answer. He could see that she was angry not because she had been called to school on her day off, but because she hadn't been told why she was here.
Ah, I see.
Mr. Yamashiro chuckled sympathetically.
先生、これが笑い話ならそろそろ帰っていいでしょうか。
いや、ごめんごめん、謝るよ。冗談じゃなくて真面目な話なんだ。ちょっと君の手を借りたくてね。
本当に転入生の問題で。
うん、訳ありというか難しいというか。 彼宗十郎くんと言うんだけど、ちょっといろいろとずれていてね。僕らが案内してあげるより同世代の君の方が適任だと思ったんだ。
Sojuro? Sojuro?
Yeah.
I guess they in this guide they even like doing like official media, but like it's spelled differently than how it is here, but it's pronounced the same. So it's
Oh,
Euro.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He threw him an unamused look. He's not trolling you. He's serious.
He slashes her ass out the lock in.
It was negligent of them to be pushing teaching duties on her, but she did wonder how exactly this transfer student was peculiar.
Oh, you'll see. You'll see.
Maybe he meant the student had behavioral problems or was difficult somehow.
She's not ready for the Sojuro Sigma stare.
But peculiar? She didn't have the slightest idea what that meant.
ずれてるなんてそう使わない表現だけど。
He had her doubts, but swept them aside for now. This wasn't the time to get distracted by more concerns. The fact remained that this conversation was all the peculiar she could handle, and she needed more information. She was already beginning to fantasize about saying no and curling up in her warm bed at home.
She's so real. She's so real. She reminds me of a kitty cat.
質問があります。
何？あ、学年は君と同じ2年生だよ。性格は落ち着きがあって人の話をよく聞くタイプ。裏を返せば覇気がないとも取れるけど、それならそれで付き合いやすいだろ。
And yet he's peculiar.
青崎君とはクラスは違うけど、きっと仲良くな。
そういったことは本人から直接聞きますし、測ります。
They are not showing her eyes, bruh.
そうではなく、なぜ私なんでしょうか。
Though her tone was still stern, it was clear that she was willing to cooperate.
Also, let me know when you need a tag out of reading. I can take over for you whenever.
Yeah. She had decided to put her feelings of dissatisfaction aside and focus on the task at hand. Forcing herself to act empathetic in spite of her self-absorbed nature was something she was used to. Paradoxically, this force of will was also the reason teachers put so much faith in her. To a point. At times, that strength shattered expectation, and on those occasions they were left with no choice but to treat it like a natural disaster
Oh my
and weather
god.
it until they passed. That was how Mr. Yamashiro had come to deal with her over the past year.
I see. I also like the rainy vibes. Seattle
Mhm.
core.
もう一度だけ聞きます、山城先生。それで、なぜ私なんでしょうか。
Wait, maybe they did show her eyes in the intro when the music was
Yeah.
playing? Yeah. It just wasn't
Mhm.
like really close up.
Pressured by a question without a clear yes or no answer, he answered. You
Yes,
say
and
bullshit.
それはね。別に青崎くんが先生方に敬遠されているのと同じぐらい信頼されていて、学校のためなら教師も生徒も一緒くたに切って捨てる鉄の生徒会長だから。
oh my god. Bro.
それ以外にこんな呼びつけを受ける理由はないと思いますけど。
Her eyes did nothing to hide her disbelief as she glared at him.
Oh, the click to continue logo. I thought it was like a sweat drop for a second. Like he was like, aha, holy glaze is right.
Strength far beyond that of an ordinary 17-year-old girl, coupled with the youthful beauty of one.
Yeah, she's her.
Mr. Yamashiro let slip a genuine smile, admiring the miraculous balance of qualities.
いや、責務だけでいいなら僕がやってるさ。この人選に関しちゃ教師や生徒会長といった役職も関係ないよ。なんていうか、こんな頼みを損得抜きで聞いてくれるのは君だけだと思ってね。適任。
Fuck, I'm so sorry, sir.
No, he's really just bullshitting. In other words, he knew she wouldn't say no.
山城先生。
うわ、怖っ。もう睨まない睨まない。言ったろ？僕にはともかく彼には笑顔でって。とまあ納得してくれたならすぐに移動しよう。もう随分待たせてしまっているからね。それと雨の中ご苦労様。 帰りはもちろん車で送るよ。
Pocket.
Mr. Yamashiro stood up gracefully.
Thumb in his pocket. Yep.
I'm good, thanks, she replied before turning and walking out of the faculty room.
So cozy.
He had been waiting for about an hour.
Damn, I'm sorry, man.
Oh, he did. The rain shower lightened into a drizzle. His mind wandered as he listened to the sound of the raindrops. The room was filled with neatly arranged rectangular tables. He was the only one there.
Interrogation room.
Quite some time had passed since he had been brought to this room and asked to wait. Even the best-behaved student might have grown dissatisfied or anxious with the situation by now, but the boy stuck to his spot like a scarecrow.
Interesting descriptor.
He was chilled to the bone.
So fuck gold.
It was the end of November, and the low temperature in the morning had marked the start of winter.
Oh man. It usually starts getting cold here like in October or like September.
The room was not much warmer.
It's frigid!
The heater hadn't been turned on. Oh no. Either he'd missed the teacher telling him to turn it on, or he had never seen one in his life.
Oh my god.
He breathed lightly on his freezing fingers as he aimlessly surveyed his surroundings. This dreary place was apparently a meeting room. The other students might have considered it a wonderful place to meet, but to him it was drab and overly spacious. It was a lifeless place that reminded him of an arid cave.
I hate this room.
Stuck in this cold room with absolutely nothing to do, his mind turned to what they wanted to discuss.
His first word.
Unable to come up with a solid answer, he returned to his attention to the sound of the rain.
Ah. So I'm guessing this is the prestigious academy or whatever, maybe, that was mentioned earlier?
No, this is just the high school that Aoko goes to.
Oh, okay.
It's Aoko's housemate that goes to the academy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you for clearing it up.
The rain hardly resembled the rain in the mountain. Though he could still recognize it, barely.
But, like, the school is already so nice looking. I'm like, I can't imagine, like, what the academy is like. Maybe this is normal and my standards are just, like, really low.
Its smell and sound were harsher, but at the end of the day, rain was still rain. But even this world, alien as it was, could have something in common with the mountains.
I don't know the writer very well. It's just a very interesting way to write someone's inner thoughts. Wow, this is a very quirky guy.
That trivial detail perked him up a little. He liked how the town looked soaked in rain. Naturally, he preferred sunny weather, but he liked rain in its own way. The fog from the rain had soaked up the scent of the soil, and it reminded him of home. It was at times like these that he was able to numb the anxiety the city gave him. Then he let out a discouraged sigh. How pathetic. He'd already been here 2 weeks and thoughts of his hometown still made him sad.
He's homesick.
Perhaps feeling that he was being unfair to his new life, he composed himself and continued to wait patiently. As if having a passion for distractions, his attention returned to the sound of the rain once more. Waiting like this didn't seem to be particularly hard for him. He quietly endured the numbing cold and the hour alone with calm, deep breaths.
Nasu likes his long and unique descriptions of inner thoughts. I feel like this is pretty commonplace with visual novels as well.
Yeah.
A lot of VN writers generally do have like good prose like this.
Yeah.
Or unique prose that sets them apart. As the saying goes, good things come to those who wait. A strong point of his or not, he was astonishingly patient. It was certainly helping him out in this moment.
I want to play ball so bad.
She, on the other hand, was livid.
She's
The profile,
pissed.
the profile of the transfer student had been explained to her on her way to the meeting room. She was told he had lived his whole life up in the mountains without any electricity.
He was Amish?
Basically.
Oh my god.
That meant more than half of civilized society would have been an utter mystery to him.
A McDonald's sprite would kill him, man. Oh my god.
So,
戦後どころか戦前の話じゃない。ロビンソンにも程がある。
Robinson Crusoe, I haven't heard that in a while.
he had every right to be angry. His village had apparently remained isolated in the mountains for many years.
Does that mean he's like... Man, I wonder if he got sick when he goes to the city. I know some people, at least from right here, like people who leave their Amish hometowns for the first time, when they go into the city, they get like sick. They get like, oh my god. They get exposed to so much stimulus and like disease. You think he's vaccinated? They don't even have electricity, man. I don't know.
Contact with villages in the foothills of the mountains only occurred once a month or so, which was unfathomable in modern Japan.
Hi, Jade.
Although expressways and Japan Rail, the old national railways, now span the country like arteries, it wasn't entirely impossible for mountain villages like his to exist. But she couldn't imagine how someone born to such circumstances would think or live.
I would die without my laptop.
電気がないって、村に行き渡っていないだけで公衆電話ぐらいはあったんですよね。
なかったそうだよ。こっちに暮らすようになってまず驚いたのが電話だそうだし。
Bro, you snail
電
mail.
話って便利ですね。なんて真顔で言われてね。そういえばそうだなぁと再確認させられたぐらいだよ。
He shot a sidelong glare his way as he laughed. It seemed that the naivety of the country boy had cheered up Mr. Yamashiro a bit.
Can a country boy and a city girl really make a relationship work?
駐在もいないってことか。うちも実家は山奥ですから、電気が通っていないのはありえないとは言いませんけど。そいつ、学校も知らないんですか？
うん。どんなものかは知っていたそうだけど、実際来るのは今日が初めてらしい。それで緊張していたのかな。あまり
His
会話も
first
弾まなか
school?
った。
Oh, wow. Sorry, Green, what were you gonna say?
He was living the life. No school, no nothing. He was just in the mountains doing whatever.
Honestly,
He's doing whatever, man.
kind of ideal.
He
I would
was
miss
chilling.
town too.
ああいうのも野生児っていうのかな。狼に育てられた狼少年みたいな。いや、探検隊の話だね。
Bro?
怖いな。
Don't be a mo.
冗談だって。
It was a joke, please.
大丈夫。話してみた感じ、おとなしい子だったから。なんていうか、言葉の通じない小動物。
That is a crazy description.
山城先生、その例え、気休めになってませんから。
Not funny, didn't laugh. As she gave her blunt reply, she tried to simulate in her mind what life without electricity would be like, but the thought of it took her sour mood from bad to worse.
That's like life without air conditioning. Which,
Yeah.
Sucks. I would die.
After all, it was a world she had never known. She could understand why the teachers had given up. She too wanted to give up and return to her warm bed, but her good-for-nothing pride was holding her hostage. Not only did the teachers believe she was up to the task, but she also believed she could do it. It wasn't that easy to go back on her word, no matter how bad things looked after the fact. She walked along the hallway, the rain pattering in the background. The meeting room was already in sight. With a furrowed brow, she fixed her long hair in anticipation of meeting the unknown stranger within. Her elegant strides were like those of a confident general going in a battle.
Damn, she's her.
いや、青崎くん、君を信頼してる僕だけど、念のため確認しておくよ。なんていうか、優しくね。
Ain't nothing to smile about in this life.
作り笑いは苦手です。一応努力しているつもりですが。
You lying.
ああ、そうなんだ。それはよかった。いやー、ほんとよかった。青崎くんにも苦手なものってあったんだね。
Mr. Yamashiro's shoulders slumped the second they reached the meeting room. As he put his hand to the door, his eyes seemed to say to her, be nice, please.
Please.
This only made her more irritated.
分かってるわよ。愛想が悪いってのは。でも笑顔なんて意識して作るものじゃないんだし。
They would kill her in customer service.
だいたいそういうインスタントな人付き合いなら飛び丸の方が向いてるって。
You would kill in customer service.
She would kill in customer. You're right. You're right.
He would kill the customer.
She would.
Customer service. She sighed about her social shortcomings, but then it occurred to her that being called into school on a day off while sleep deprived wasn't anything to smile about anyway. She also thought the person responsible for this mess would be better off attending elementary school. It might not be his fault, but neither was it her duty or obligation to do the teacher's work for them.
True.
At the very least, they could have used their brains and organized all this on a normal school day, another complaint she wanted to voice later.
いや、というか敵。なんであろうと敵。悪いけど、情状酌量以前に敵。間が悪いのはお互い様っていうか、ほんと、なんでよりにもよってこんな忙しい時に。
Why me? Why does it have to be me?
Her pounding headache from a lack of sleep had boosted her aggression by 10%. No matter how harmless the guy on the other side of the door may be, anyone who disturbed her sleep was the enemy. Just as she was reaching peak annoyance, Mr. Yamashiro opened the door to the meeting room. The room slowly slid into view. She didn't care for formalities, just looked straight ahead and stormed into the room, and found herself face to face with a most unusual opponent. Before we go on, let's see from another perspective. You can now play as Luigi.
Oh.
Turning back the clock just a little. Also, if anyone wants to take over reading.
I shall cover for you. You don't have to do anything. For some, those words are a priceless luxury. For others, they are unbearable torture. For the proactive girl, it was definitely the former, though she'd be too suspicious of the motives of anyone giving her such a gift to accept it. For the passive boy, it was definitely the latter, a bitter thorn that made him homesick, though at this very moment his mind was still distracted with the wait for his face to reveal any discontent. He maintained perfect posture as he stared at the gray sky. He had already waited a whole hour, but figured they must have had their reasons for making him wait. So they're like polar opposites, essentially. And as long as
Pretty
he had... yeah. As long as he had the sound of the rain to soothe him, he could keep on waiting.
でも、そろそろ9時を過ぎるのか。どうなんだろう。
He had been vaguely keeping track of the time as he listened to the rain. Due to the holiday, the school building was completely silent, except for the patter of the rain on the window. The mood felt as damp as the air. It was then he heard the heavy clatter of footsteps approaching.
よかった。忘れられているかと思った。
He doesn't know his ass is about to get kicked. He could hear two sets of footsteps, one heavier set belonging to an adult. He breathed a sigh of relief as the door slid open.
すまないね。随分とお待たせしちゃって。
The first person he saw was a man wearing glasses and an awkward smile. That's Mr. Yamashiro, the one who brought me here.
あれ里中先生いないんですか？ひどいなあ。話し相手になってあげてと言ったのに。
Mr. Yamashiro scratched his head, looking increasingly apologetic. And
Bro,
then
they left him.
they did, from behind him, with a tight-lipped expression that made it clear she didn't want to be there, a dark-haired girl with a determined look in her eyes appeared.
Oh, there it is. The sting.
Oh, is this something I'll hear a lot? Ooh.
Yeah, the main motif.
Ooh. We see his face!
There he is.
There he is! The most... Oh, well, I guess he's not the most normal guy ever, but that's what I thought when I first saw him. Does your gulp? The sound of the rain on the window faded into nothingness. That's when he knew. This was how it felt when time stood still. Me when I meet a baddie for the first time.
True.
And we see her eyes. They're so blue. And she has air vents in her hair for good circulation.
Exactly.
She blinked quickly a few times as if taken aback. Why was anyone's guess? The boy was everything she expected a naive country boy to look like. However, she felt something she couldn't understand. Bro, they're staring at each other. His eyes widened slightly as if taken aback. The reason was obvious. Putting his feeling into words was a different matter altogether. So we will never know exactly what he experienced in that moment. Okay. That's when it hit him. He sensed he'd been touched by the hands of destiny.
紹介するよ。彼が転入生の静木宗十郎くん。
What if they were just looking at each other for a few minutes? Just in silence. He's like, oh, okay guys.
That's what I imagined.
こっちの彼女が静木くんの案内役。うちの生徒会長で休日をして新しい仲間の案内役を買って出てくれた青崎青子くんだ。
His voice and the sound of the rain seemed distant. This is how they first met. Such was their start, for better or worse, like the ephemeral beauty of fireworks. They are pretty.
Nasu loves writing his boy meets girl, doesn't he?
Oh, I guess you're right. Tsukihime was like that too.
Yeah.
It was commonly believed among the students that Aoko
Yeah.
was always in a foul mood. But this gossip was 90% prejudice, as Aoko simply didn't have time to be irritated 24/7. The reality was she simply didn't want to explain herself all the time, and therefore seemed angry about something, obvious or not. This idle gossip did, however, lead to her earning the title of one of the school's 7 deadly threats. The remaining 10% of the gossip was right on the mark. Aoko herself often had the feeling that her tendency to feel animosity toward harmless things was akin to what a chronic headache sufferer might experience. Today fell under that 10%. For today, her anger was pure, and her childish and selfish display was befitting of her actual age. What were the other 6 deadly threats? Hello? Are we not going to talk about that?
I'm bored right now.
Oh, okay. The meeting room was dimly lit, awash in the colors of the rain. To reduce electricity costs, school regulations forbid the use of lights during the day. This was the setting the 3 of them found themselves in. Damn, it's dim, it's dank, it's cold. It sucks. Her first impression was that his calm demeanor reminded her of a field of wildflowers. In spite of his perfect posture, his overall air felt placid, tame even. And though describing him as meek would be going too far, at the very least he was passive. Even through his uniform, she could see that he was thinner than average. His dark hair was unkempt, and he came across as a wholly forgettable boy. If she had to look at him in a more positive light, she would describe him as more of a young man than a boy. And the bandages around his neck, right? We're gonna talk about that? We're gonna talk about the right? Oh, okay, yay! It was his calm demeanor that made him seem more mature. What was the cause? Was that the cause of Aoko's reasonless reaction? He seemed almost too at home in the meeting room, and she was left with the impression that it was her and the teacher, not this outsider, who were the guests here. She's so pissed looking. She felt an unidentifiable aggravation building within her, almost as if her right to be here was in question. Aoko felt herself raising her natural defenses.
信じられない。私、今わけもなく怒ってない。
She hated not understanding things, her own emotions in particular. It pained her less than you would imagine for a perfectionist like her, but it still nagged her like a thorn in her side.
いやーほら、青崎くん、挨拶してあげなくちゃ。
Mr. Yamashira's attempt to relieve the tension was equally irritating.
挨拶?
After casting a nasty glance in the teacher's direction, Aoko turned to face the boy. From an outsider's perspective, it might have looked like a stare down. Look at this. He's just standing there. Such a blank expression. Oh,
Hey
he's
guys.
the man standing emoji. That's him.
He is. That's him.
And in that instant, the culmination of her emotional state hurtled toward the innocent boy and skewered him. It's like that image of the girl like complaining and her words cursing that man like thorn. I need to find the image. You know the one. Hearing his name, Sojiro came to his senses. The stunned gaze shook loose. He took a deep breath to clear his head. Chalking it up to nerves, Mr. Yamashiro broke out a smile and turned to the girl standing beside him.
紹介するよ。彼が転入生のしずき宗十郎くん。で、こっちの彼女がしずきくんの案内役。うちの生徒会長で休日を押して新しい仲間の案内役を買って出てくれた青崎青子くんだ。
Having been introduced by Mr. Yamashiro, the girl took a step forward. Her eyes were merciless. Her stare, an unspoken threat to violently trample her opponent. Sojiro, on the other hand, managed to keep his own composure despite the shock at how confrontational she appeared. He had never been greeted quite like this before, but supposed, mistakenly, that this is how people treated each other in the city. Oh my god. So this is what city life is like, huh? The exchange must have looked quite dramatic to an onlooker. A girl ready to brawl, an earnest country boy desperate to understand. It was a murderous limbo, especially for anyone in the room with them. Like Mr. Yamashiro, for example. While he had thought he had made the right decision in choosing an honor student to help him out, he was in an inexplicably bad mood, and the tension in the air was undeniable. It was this moment that he realized his failure. His realization had come far too late. One false move, and this girl, for whom no problem was too large, would be coming a storm that would rock the very foundations of the school. Just as the All-Mighter Joker card could bring either fortune or disaster, the sole teacher who had been present at the time would come to bear the blame for the scandal that ensued.
Wow!
You guys get along so great!
それじゃあ、僕はこの辺でいいかな。
Mr. Yamashiro laughed nervously as he crept toward the door.
僕は職員室にいるから、終わったら来るように。いいかい?
His ass is going home.
Bro is leaving.
なんていうか、生徒会長としての度量の広さをこの際僕に信じさせてほしいかな。
Bro left Sojiro to die by himself. That's fucked up. Mr. Yamashiro left.
They're gonna meme him.
True. Leaving the two in a locked-eyed state, one in which one set of eyes was doing all the glaring. Yeah, I agree. He's gonna sit, point his fingers together in the teacher's lounge, just waiting. All that remained in the room was an artless boy and a cross-armed, guarded girl. Sorry, it's so funny. The two lingered in silence. Damn, these guys are staring at each other forever. They resembled shogi players, agonizing over their first moves. It was only Aoko who was reading so much into the situation. She decided to put her irritation aside for the time being. With no reason to feel revulsion for him in the first place, she sighed deeply and faced Sojiro.
まあいいわ。山城先生がヒルアンドンなのは今に始まったことじゃないし。それで、あなた名前は?
Her tone was nothing if not reproachful, though he had done nothing to offend her. But the boy failed to pick up on it. No social cues for him. Incapable of such venom himself,
ああ、静木宗十郎かな。
he replied.
君は青崎さんだったね。
For whatever reason, he came across as happy in his response.
さんはいいわ。柄じゃないから。こっちは静木くんでいい？
いいって何が？
だから呼び方。くんづけでいいかって聞いてるの。何よ？おかしなこと言った？私。
いや、すごく。
The boy replied immediately, as if it was a natural response, but quickly second-guessed himself.
いや、いいんだ。ごく一般的なんだろう。
Yeah, you almost hate each other in the city. Fuck!
静木くんで頼む。
These guys are weird.
君は青崎でいいんだよな。
え、よろしく。
She followed her blunt reply with a swift turn away from him. While she was hardly thrilled at the prospect of the task at hand, it had been entrusted to her, and it was her personal policy to see it through to the end.
悪いけど、優しくしてあげる気はないから。時間も惜しいし、手早く行くわよ。
それは助かる。やっぱり時間は大切だ。
Aoko's blunt rancor was lost on him once again. I think rancor is how you pronounce it? I hope so. Humans tend to be overly conscious about being ignored, whatever form that takes. But despite being peeved at landing none of her attacks, Aoko did her best to act professional and directed her guests into the hallway. There was no sunlight in the hallway, nor any sign of life. This was more like a prison than the cave that was the meeting room. As it dawned on Aoko that the hallway matched her mood, she sighed once again.
まず聞いておくけど、山城先生から聞いたことは理解してる？
ああ、学校の仕組みについては分かった。この建物全部に同い年の人間がいるなんて、ちょっと想像できないけど。
そう、よかったわね。
That is literally them. I hate you! Wow, the weather is so nice. Aoko rubbed her forehead. The Sojiro kid had no idea what he was in for. Apparently, all he had heard about school was that it was a place where a lot of people met to study. High school teachers imparted to students their knowledge in various fields of study while fostering discipline and creativity. But never did Aoko imagine that she would have to explain the concept of school itself to someone. Yes, fundamentals were important, but this was absurd. He had serious doubts whether he could even handle classes, but Mr. Yamashiro insisted that things would work out somehow. Sojiro had managed to pass the transfer exam after all. Barely.
ま、私には関係ないけど。
Why is... Do not turn around, Aoko. Do not fucking turn around.
Turn around.
Aoko grumbled mentally as she walked down the hallway. She consoled herself with the fact that today would be the only day she'd spend with this boy out of time. Or at least, she'd try to keep it that way. Girl, you don't even know.
青崎、
He asked, calmly trying to get her attention.
何？
こっちも一つ聞いていいかな。
だから何？
俺の気のせいだと思うんだが、君はまるで何かを睨んでいるように見える。やはり今朝は悪いものでも。
His gaze revealed earnest concern, as if asking her if she remembered to eat breakfast.
He's so funny.
It was like another hammer to her head. I see the sprite. Oh my god. It was true that Aoko had been glaring at Sojiro the entire time. Glaring red-hot daggers, in fact. Not just at him, but the universe. She looked so much like a grumpy cat here. Even on her best days, her roommate used to remark,
青子の視線は普通の人には厳しいわ。もう少し多くのことに寛大になるべきね。
if I recall correctly, there's she in another game. Oh, we see her again, but she looks very different and acts very different.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, what? What happened? What the huh? She'd been warned that her emotions. Oh, I see. That makes sense. She'd been warned that her emotions were so naked on her face that people treated her like a powder keg. How naive could the boy be that he could not pick up on this?
私をバカにしてるってわけじゃなさそうよね。この場合。
I imagine she's overthinking things with him, like Kira. It's like, oh.
He's literally just that blunt.
He really is. Also, hi Ethan, welcome to stream. Even she found her own attempt to reassure herself unconvincing. It began to dawn on Aoko far too late that compared to her, this laid-back transfer student might as well have been from another planet.
いいわ。言葉にしないとわからないようだから言うけど、まるでじゃなくて、あなたの気のせいじゃなくて、私は視線で遠回しに感情を表現してたの。いちいち声に出すのも、会話にするのも面倒だから。
In response to her words, the Martian clapped his hands together.
なるほど。どうしてそうしたいのかはわからないが、確かにそっちの方が手っ取り早い意思表現だ。
Like, ah, so that's the tech. I see. Sojiro accepted her reasoning without argument, though he still had no idea what kinds of emotions she was trying to express. It was as if he could hear the words but didn't grasp the meaning. Ideas that should have connected were instead separated into blocks. What a fascinating brain. Mr. Yamashiro's words made sense to her now. What was odd about this boy went way beyond naivety, yes.
Yes.
A stranger in a strange land he may be, but it was only civilized to forgive him some jet-lagged-induced confusion.
じゃ、とりあえずあなたの教室に行くから。
Words indeed. She had regained her composure. Sojiro raised his hands and stopped in his track.
あと一つ。
Aoko waited for Sojiro to continue. The boy was patient to a fault. She rubbed her forehead with her hand again, nursing a vague feeling of uneasiness.
これもちょっとした疑問なんだが、なんで君は怒ってるんだ？怒るのが商売とか、そういう家柄の人なのか？
Damn. Does it run in your family? Being mad? Being bitchy?
She's gonna kill him.
A long silence. Though she knew it wouldn't change the situation, she remembered her regret at answering the phone that morning. He meant no harm. She repeated this thought, like a mantra, in an attempt to keep her impulses in check.
別にあなたのせいじゃないから気にする必要はないわ。
Are you mad at me?
ただ、この一瞬とお昼まで眠っていた場合を測りにかけたら、あまりに利益の違いがあって頭を抱えただけよ。
With that vague answer, she started to walk again. If I knew nothing about, I guess, Type Moon or the other games associated with it, I would have assumed wow, this is such a silly rom-com visual novel. Wow, so silly, so fun. Ignoring the bandages on his neck, so funny.
Yeah.
And
The
turned
elephant in the
her.
room.
Oh, don't worry about it. We will not address it. And turned her gaze away from this rude stranger named Sojiro Suzuki. While that what Kanye, please continue for me.
Yeah. While what constitutes normal is certainly up for debate, most would undoubtedly refer to him as so. He was simple and a nice boy with nondescript features. you were an ice cream flavor, he would be vanilla.
They're calling him basic. That's crazy.
A basic, normal, nothing special about Burrow.
Mob.
True. And so Drew found Alka to be very businesslike and full of life. There was a certain purpose to her movements, as they begun and ended in an orderly fashion. The way her finger raised when she pointed at things. The way she made her way across the hallways of classrooms. The way she would occasionally glance back at him to make sure he was keeping pace. Each and every movement was so impressive that he couldn't take his eyes off of her.
Bro, she could be breathing and he'd be like, holy shit.
But you're
Oh my god.
a woman.
Woman.
Oh, city girl.
Oh, so dreamy.
Alko showed him to his classroom, to his homeroom, Class C of the 11th grade. The room certainly displayed more of a human touch than the previous meeting room, but Sojo was none the wiser as to its function. Alko gave a brief explanation before they visited individual subject classrooms, as well as the gym, cafeteria, locker room, and the school infirmary.
Hi, Ruben.
Sojo were asked many questions that much time had passed before they reached the AV room on the second floor.
Oh, my tummy hurt. Oh.
Sojo stopped, looking genuinely concerned.
あと20分経つと1時だ。
嘘でしょ？うちの校舎そんな広くないわよ。
It had already begun around 10, which meant that 3 hours had passed. The tour of a school shouldn't take anywhere near this long.
そうだったわね。行く先々で根掘り葉掘り聞かれちゃ、そりゃ何時間でも経つわ。
Oh, whoops. Sorry, ma'am.
Alko glared at Sojiro. She was being sarcastic, of course, knowing full well he would never pick up on it.
Hmm?
To her surprise, he looked down apologetically, able to hide his dejection.
Sad puppy.
なんだこいつ。ちゃんとしてるっちゃ。
The guy before her now was nothing like earlier. Everyone is so mean to him. In contrast to seeing
His tummy hurt.
True. In contrast to seeing his once impenetrable veneer when they first met, she found herself feeling sympathetic.
Sad, wet puppy eyes. Oh, ow! Ow! Ow!
Momentarily, at least, until her irritation returned in full force.
で、何がまずいの？覚えることが多すぎてパンクした。なんて言わないでね。
I don't know if you could say that out
いや、
there.
それもあるけど、学校のことは別にして1時にな
Well,
るとまずい
there's that. Oh my god, you just... I mean, you're right, but also...
True. Sojiro's gaze wandered as if worried about something.
It's almost time for his nap time every 1 o'clock.
If he was worried about the weather, he would have had a hard time seeing it as there were no windows in this hallway.
へえ、時間を気にするってことは用事があるのね。そう。人の予定を引っかき回しておいて、自分だけ好きなようにやろうって言うんだ。
What does a country boy do in his free time? Like,
Well,
walk along the creek, catch fish with your bare hands, play
fight a
with...
bear, maybe.
Fight a bear. Trace shapes in the mud with a wooden stick you found on the ground.
I don't know, all this sounds kind of awesome.
Honestly, I think he has the right idea. Stare at the wall for 3 hours. Sit in a
True.
waiting room for 1 whole hour, looking at the rain.
いや
I've never
食べ
seen
ても
this.
何も出ないぞ。
Thank you guys for your suggestions. I can see him doing all of this. Except for search
Sure.
for I Knew Gold. I have no idea what that is.
誰も褒めちゃいないわよ。
That's such a old anime face. I like it.
She's so moe.
She is. Like
She
Gat
yelled at
Moe.
him. True. She yelled at him, unable to hold back her fury.
で
で
それで一体何の用なの？
Treasure's face lit up as he finally understood what she was asking him.
そこは秘密にしておきたい。
Okay, bruh.
Nah, I can't tell you, bro. I can't tell you. I can't tell you.
Golden Camel. Oh, I've been meaning to look that up. It's a secret.
He said with a perfectly straight face.
He like bonks his head with his fist.
あの、
始めたつもりだったけど、こいつのこういったテンポに失神しそうになるわ。
That expression, she's like, "You said what?" It's so good.
Her frustration was natural. Still, she did everything she could to stifle her feelings and fake a smile.
しずきくん
Here, let me shrink this down a little more so people can see Aoko in all her glory. Shrink, shrink, shrink. We're even smaller now.
You have mere seconds. She took a step forward.
秘密だってば。
I can't tell you. Look how sad he looks.
I wish I could tell you.
Feeling the mood
Yes,
changed
you-
drastically, so Jiro took a step back.
Run!
I pinky promised. I wouldn't tell anybody. I pinky promised, bro. I can't tell you.
And
True.
another. And another. No matter how many steps he took back, she kept edging toward him. She was smiling, but he thought he could see the blood boiling beneath her skin.
これ最後の質問にしとくわね。あなた私をからかって楽しい？
He had no intention of mocking her, though at this point he doubted presenting any evidence to would do much to erase that forced smile on her face.
わかった。説明する。
His arms raised in surrender. She altered her advance and freed her face from that unseemly smile.
実は1時からアルバイトがあるんだ。でもここはそういうの禁止なんだろ？
I got distracted by her shiny kneecap.
そうだけど、あ、禁止されてるから秘密にしようと思ったの？バカね。それなら許可さえ下りていれば問題ないわよ。
Do people still use dweeb? I feel like it's such a dated term.
I
They
saw
should bring
videos.
it back.
What?
They should bring dweeb back.
True. I agree. I agree with this notion. I saw a video recently, and they used dweeb. They used dweeb and dork.
Whoa!
So
Whoa!
I think we are not too behind the times to continue to
Mhm.
use slang from that far away.
Okay. Because I know I've heard dork a lot, but dweeb is a bit more rare, at least from what I've experienced.
知
Yeah.
ってる。試験の時に許可をもらってる。
へえ。
He's trolling.
Aqua's face lit up as she realized he might not be the piece of work she thought him to be. Yet,
しかし、許可は一つしかもらえなかった。
One of my jobs!
一つって、あなた掛け持ちでバイトしてるの？
The most employed man ever.
he is
He quit
Hardest
two of
working
them. What?
生活費だけで大変なのに、学費まで稼がなくちゃいけない。なのに、働き先は一つだけというのはあんまりだと思わないか。
I see what you mean now by grind set. It makes sense. I understand now.
あんまりなのはあなたの方だと思うけど。
though still irritated, her opinion of him changed a little. She was impressed that he was able to take care of his tuition and living expenses all on his own. She could almost empathize with having no time to oneself. Her anger began to subside. 2 words, part-time job, were about the last thing she ever expected to hear out of this country boy's mouth.
そういうことなら仕方ないわね。いいわ、行きなさいよ。 事情は分かったから。
青崎はいいのか？
She had no idea what his question meant, but she at least understood he was trying to be considerate, which also took her by surprise. She figured he'd just be as tense about people's feelings as he was about everything else.
別に私もこのまま帰るから。
First, though, she thought it best that they both stop by the faculty room. Mr. Yamashiro had mentioned that the transfer procedures had already been completed. All that remained was for him to sign off on her duties.
先生、案内終わりました。
それはお疲れ様。しずきくんもお疲れ様。それで校舎を回った感想はどうかな？
Sojiro's sprite, like, merges perfectly with the one below. Like,
It does.
wow.
ありがとうございます。なんというか、とても学校ですね。
そうかそうか。うん、明日から頑張りなさい。
She had no interest whatsoever in this pointless wrap-up meeting.
山城先生のことは気にしないでいいわ。教え子に厄介なことを押し付けてふんぞり返っているぐらい職員室が好きなんだから、何時間でも待ってるでしょ。いえ、待ってるべきじゃない？
そうか。青崎がいいんならいいんだな。
Okay, man.
He's so polite.
He's a polite country boy.
There it was again. Whatever Sojiro was getting at, Aoko had no idea.
それじゃあ行くよ。今日はありがとう。
今日だけよ、今日だけ。
She shooed him away with her hand. His face bent into a broad smile, as if he found the gesture endearing. There was a softer expression than she had grown accustomed to seeing out of him.
The Sigma stare.
Sure. It was the kind of smile that would make anyone smile back. Well, most people at least. Aoka Aozaki didn't betray the slightest hint of a smile.
それじゃあまた。
Time to leave via the shortest route.
Bye!
And with that friendly farewell, Sojiro walked toward the end of the hallway.
Jumped out the window.
Or so she thought before he had turned into the next class over. Sojiro
Oh
headed
my
straight
god,
forward in
what?
the classroom's
Really?
windows,
Oh, I was joking.
whereupon he opened it with ease.
You have so much to live for! Sojiro, no!
His chilly
You have
November
school
air filled the room as
tomorrow!
the soft sounds of the
Wow,
rain
the
doubled
city
volume.
sucks. I'm gonna go jump out of here.
Sojiro, please!
Alright, I'm out. In that instant, she realized his intention with opening the window. She really wished she hadn't.
いや、待て待て待て。
He already had one leg out the window when she dashed to stop him.
何するつもりよ、あんたは。
何ってアルバイトに行くんだけど。
その窓は人が出入りするところじゃないの。だいたいここ何階だと思ってるの？
She saw the light of understanding dawn in his
Oh my
eyes.
god, bro!
Oh shit, we are high as fuck. Damn.
2階から降りてるの遅すぎる。
Bro.
Who would put an exit here?
Tune.
危ないのはあんたの頭。
Her insult went right over his head.
あのね、こっちじゃ窓から人は出入りしないの。さっき言っとくべきだったわ。
Are you writing this down? This will be on the test later. Let me fix my sprite also. I forgot how silly he was.
He's so silly.
He is. I mean, I remember him being very literal, but I guess I forgot to what extent. I was like,
Yeah.
wow. Country boys really make do with what little context they have. I'll put us over here. He is learning bit by bit. I'm proud of him. He's doing it.
時間がないんで慌ててたんだ。
Wow, so efficient.
ありがとう。これからは気をつける。
I'll go through the window on the first floor next time.
Thanks, Alco.
Look at that smile.
Look at him.
Wow, what a little guy.
He pulled his leg back inside and closed the window.
He looks like a
It's cool.
SpongeBob character.
Wait, Drew. His school uniform was soaking wet from the rain.
いいけど私は別に。あなたがどこから外に出ようが関係ないもの。ただできれば私の前ではやらないでほしいだけよ。それよりあなた本当に明日から学校に来るの？
来るよ。不安だけど案内してもらったし。
Bid her farewell before running down the hallway. She hoped he would walk down the stairs and leave through the school entrance like a normal person.
はあ、大丈夫なのかあんなんで。
The image of him disappearing into the distance popped into her head, in spite of her ire. Ire?
I think is right. I think.
She had no intention of spending any more time with him, and yet she felt strangely anxious.
Probably because you just watched him nearly kill himself.
True. She couldn't tell if the feeling was fueled by concern or irritation. Why had she even gotten angry with this insignificant transfer student in the first place? Strange day with a strange transfer student, resulting in strange emotions. Her head tilted as she reflected on what should have been a more enjoyable day than the irritating experience she just had.
I could be sleeping.
I could be sleeping.
どうせこれっきりなんだし。
How do we tell her?
Does she know? Sound of the rain echoed quietly all around her. Gray skies seemed frozen in time. It was impossible to discern whether it was morning or evening. Mr. Yamashiro and Alko were likely the only ones left at the school. The unlit classroom looked overly gloomy and ominous as Alko stood in it alone. She pulled up her left sleeve. Her dainty, unremarkable watch showed that it was almost 1 o'clock.
時間合ってる。
At least he can read a clock, you know?
True. Or maybe he could just tell. You know, his country boy senses can, like,
True.
feel the passage of time without a watch.
She looked out the window at the grounds below. She saw a boy in uniform running through the rain without an umbrella. A sight she must have seen before, but for whatever reason, affected her far more than she wished. Alko did not stop by the faculty room before heading home. While Mr. Yamashiro's offer to drive her home was tempting, she decided it would ultimately be far more satisfying to ruin his day just as he had hers. She walked as quietly as she could toward the entrance and opened her bright red umbrella.
Bro's gonna leave him waiting.
She had predicted that morning the rain was waning in the afternoon. At this rate, it would probably cease completely in an hour or so. This sunshine would likely have reached her by the time she had arrived home.
ま、それも悪くないか。
She shrugged her shoulders in resignation. She neither liked nor disliked the rain, but she found herself enjoying her walk home with her red umbrella in hand. The teachers at Misaki High School weren't fond of bright colors, so Alko's red umbrella was an unusual sight.
Huh. Oh, I guess it's like how some schools don't like dyed hair. I guess they like
Yeah.
being very uniform, yes.
A ghost story about how the umbrella was once pure white had been making the rounds, but it featured Alko instead of a ghost.
Huh. Like she killed someone and their blood stained her umbrella red?
Like, beat the fuck out of them with the umbrella.
True. The classic daniople red.
It'd be true. It was with that umbrella that she made her way towards Misaki Station. Misaki Private High School took its namesake from the town it was in. The area was once a sprawl of farmland and woodland. Rapid growth over the last 10 years had led to unprecedented modernization.
Oh.
There were some who fought to preserve Misaki's natural treasures.
残すことには賛成ですが、それでは残すだけになってしまうでしょう。
Sure, nature's cool and all, but money. I want
Money.
money. This is just like this is just like my hometown.
What if we had a data center in the mountains?
Fuck,
Guys,
bro.
let you know Hollow Knight is a timepiece.
It hurts so bad. My hometown, before I was born, when my parents moved there, like they were the first house that was built. Everything else was like flat grass and farmland. And then like
Wow.
if I go there now, it's basically like just 2 steps away from being a city. Sprawling modernization is crazy. So
It
much
is crazy.
concrete.
So many parking lots.
You're so right.
Construction sites.
No, please.
Those words, the mayor snuffed out the voices of the minority and ushered in a long-term plan of new urban development.
I hope you like concrete! Yay! Oh my god, there it is.
Yep. More
my
than
God,
the funds
construction
for the
sites,
urban
yeah.
development were collected. Yes!
The cranes.
And the unassuming town of Misaki became the
We
largest
built shit.
municipality. Oh my god.
Municipality. Yeah.
Yeah, you had it right the first time.
got it.
Municipality. Yeah.
Municipality, yeah.
Municipality of Misaki City in merely 10 years. Even though it lacked the modernity of neighboring Yashirogi, or the elegance of Misaki Hills.
それも当然よね。どういじくっても、もともとが山中の宿場町だし、山ごと切り崩すって言うんなら別だけど。
Also, hi, Alec. Welcome to stream. Nasu loves this urbanization discussion. Is this a common theme in his works?
Yes,
Ah, I see,
I
I
would
see.
think so.
What a beautiful shot.
Urbanization had been contained to the lowlands around the station, with most of the hills and mountains still standing as it did 10 years prior. The exhaustion of funds succeeded in protecting the old Misaki where the citizens cannot.
Ah, I see. We ran out of money.
True. Fun fact, in the original Tsukihime, the original Tsukihime story takes place around 10 or 20 years after this current story in
Oh.
the same exact town. However, in the
Oh.
remake, it got turned to a different town. I forgot the name of which. I think it's Soya, which chronologically puts the remake in like in a weird spot comparatively to this, since this is like
Huh.
kind of a prequel. Soya, yeah.
Oh, I wonder why they did that. Hmm.
idea.
Oh, I see.
Misaki High School was a private school established long before the town's current state. The original campus, built 50 years ago, was located high up in the mountains, making its current location its second incarnation. The path to the old grounds was not only steep and remote, it had become an overgrown game trail with the passage of time. For these reasons, among others, Misaki High School had been shuttered until almost 20 years ago, when it received a donation from a department store chain that allowed for the construction of a new campus in the city. And thus, Misaki High School reopened its doors, and the woodland campus forgotten.
Oh, so this shit haunted. This shit haunted as hell.
Ooh.
Ooh, abandoned school campus. Ooh.
Abandoned house. Let's save that.
Ooh. In the forest, overgrown with nature. Oh,
Oh, scary.
surely nothing
That-
will happen there.
Surely not. Someone clip this? In fact, most of the students attending Misaki High School were not from Misaki at all.
Oh,
The hardy rustic people of this country town preferred prefectural schools to private ones. Truth be told, Alko herself was one of them. All she had wanted after junior high was to move to Tokyo, where she had hoped to spend her days touring her favorite bands on her way to entering a public university. But her hopes were dashed with her sister's departure, so here she was, walking alone in town with only a red umbrella to keep her company on what should have been a day off.
Damn.
思い返してみると、私の人生ってなんか災難続きっぽい。
This is low-key how like train of thoughts be like when you are in this exact situation.
Yeah.
Like walking home from school on a like rainy day.
For my chud life.
My fucking chungus life. Her frustration evaporated into the cold December air.
でもま、いっか。退屈だけはしないわけだし。
Oh, well, at least I'm not a chud alone. I think my school friends.
At least I'm not a boring chud. Okay. Would you rather have a disaster? True. Would you rather have a boring life or a disastrous one?
Am I broken to disastrous life?
Oh, I mean, I guess it depends on disaster.
Do I got money though?
The life is disastrous because you have money.
Fuck! Oh man.
Damn,
You're in
suffering from
scheme
success.
after laundering scheme.
No!
You know
Fuck.
what? Oh well, at least it's not boring. With those words, mood brightened a bit as she left the school in her wake. The busier part of town met her at the bottom of the gently sloping road.
So, angry. Oh, crosswalk? Oh? Crosswalk in the rain? Ooh.
I guess like we're kind of going in the order. Do you want to take over?
Yeah, I can take over.
Okay.
Misaki's train station was brand new. Once looking no prettier than an abandoned factory, it had been renovated into a multi-purpose structure with huge department stores on its east and west sides. When the department stores first opened, Aoko and her friends had been impressed with the modern feel, but in time, the stores too became dated. She had no shopping to do today, so she passed them by. I can't think of this sound without thinking of one of the weapons one of the Kamen Rider uses in Kamen Rider Drive.
Oh, true.
Oh.
Just the standby.
Beep beep.
Yeah, no, it's like Kanye, do you remember the signal axe?
Yeah, sometimes.
Does it make this exact noise?
This exact noise, it literally does.
Wow, crosswalk noise.
It's a short little jingle there.
Aw, cute. Also, would you go to the coffee shop named Beans? I would.
Yeah.
Beans.
Beans.
This is a good name. What she really wanted to do was rest at a cafe, but she
Real?
felt the urge, knowing her roommate would never let her near the end of it if she frittered away her money.
Not the telephone pole. Not the crosswalk. Oh.
Huh? She looked back and blinked.
Oh?
For just a moment, she could have sworn she had seen someone someone suspicious in a red dress out of the corner of her eye.
Oh?
Oh.
Must have been the
Just trolling.
winds.
No, I was just trolling.
You're tweaking because you didn't sleep.
True.
It must have been her imagination.
Must have been the way.
The sixth sense chill she was experiencing down her spine was a familiar one at this point.
Oh?
She continued her walk home, brushing off the event as if it had never happened.
So she has a sixth sense. I see.
In time, the chill faded and all that was left was the sounds of the town.
Yes, you're
and this
right.
crosswalk.
True. Beep beep. It must have been the wind in a red dress. You're so right, Alec. You're so right.
She sighed heavily. Had she imagined it? Even if it had been all in her head, she was far from comfortable with the feeling that still lingered.
夏場の方ってもう少しこう
No, they don't. They're annoying as fuck.
Oh, thanks for
She
following,
grumbled under
Alex.
her breath.
波乱万丈商売繁盛諸行無常とそうそう忙しさに愚痴を言っても始まらないわ
Unfortunately, summer and bugs go hand in hand. You can see how bugs could be drawn to all the... Oh shit. My Discord stream on my end. Fuck.
Oh no!
You can see how bugs could be drawn to all the sweet fruit. It works, it just sometimes it like... It only stutters on my end, I'm pretty sure. Like it works, don't get me wrong.
Oh, okay, let me know if I need to refresh it.
I think it's... No, you're good. You can go.
Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, is this the grind? Are we gonna see Sojiro at his cooking job? Rank with grease and heat.
Yes.
The kitchen was closed for the time being. I like this track a lot. Ooh.
Yes, I love this one.
Very good OST.
The lunch rush has come and gone. But one last battle remained. Dinner time! Only after the evening chaos could the kitchen crew remove their white armor and call it a day. In the midst of the war zone was a lone newcomer.
これ着るんですか
The music is very nice, Atlas. I agree.
You want a bit of Tomodachi life?
True! Oh, sorry, that's me. His voice was uneasy, betraying how new he was. Sorry. I wonder what they're making him wear. I'm so curious. I first imagined a big fluffy bunny outfit.
俺もどうかと思うけど店長の言うことだからもう笑顔で乗り越えてくれこれも商店街の明日のためなんだとよ本気で申し訳ないんだが雨も止んだしなんとか行ってきてくれないか無事帰ってきたら晩飯おごってやっから
His bright orange coworker clasped his hands together as if to beg for forgiveness as he saddled him with this unreasonable task. Sorry, Sojiro, you gotta get in the animatronic. I'm sorry. 10 years ago, Misaki City was a town of farm and woodland. But everything had changed. The front of the station was now lined with tall multi-story buildings, and the residential areas were similarly full of the apartment complexes. The once rustic scenery around the station had long become a thing of the past. Shiro Inuzuka was the only place in the city that still contained vestiges of the old town. A pocket of the past inside an urban jungle. Ooh, I like that. The road extended up a conspicuously high hill to an old residential district far from the hustle and bustle of the train station. Long ago, it had been considered unwise to build on high ground, so nobody lived above a certain elevation. Shiro Inuzuka, sitting as it did atop a hill in the middle of town, was no exception to that convention and had no residences to speak of. The asphalt continued for some time, eventually giving way to a mountain road that was swallowed into the cover of trees. A lone vending machine stood to mark the boundary between town and beyond. Even the children knew that there was nothing beyond the new playground and development that so enthralled them. Well, that was not entirely true. There was nothing besides the haunted house. Whoa! Whoa! Red umbrella? Walking in the rain? Bro, this is gonna be it. You're gonna see some clown in the sewer being like, oh! Oh!
God.
Ao Aozaki traversed the long slope. Below her, she could see the whole of Misaki. You know, I feel like I don't play a lot of visual novels, so I don't know if it's common for like them all to be in a novel format instead of the adventure format that I'm so used to. which is like the text box at the bottom with like a little name tag. I like seeing it in novel format like this. And it's so high quality with the moving foreground and background. I'm like, wow.
I think maybe just my minimum visual novel experience. A lot of my visual novel experience is like these kind of ones. I think they're called kinetic visual novels, but specifically ones like this one Tsukime remake, and I guess like older Tsukime Fate, where they have a lot of moving parts and stuff like this. I think it is a testament to the progression and how well visual novels can be as a medium, and specifically like Mahoya or the Tsukime remake.
I see. So kinetic as in
awesome.
Kinetic as in like the way we see all the pictures move around. It's not still.
Yes.
Oh, I see. That's so cool. I want to try making something like it. It seems so neat.
Dude.
Bro,
This is
let's
looking how I
go.
want to make my comic. I don't want to do a comic no more. I want to do this.
Honestly, it would be so funny. It would be so awesome.
Be so cool.
It's a magical town, looked like a miniature set from this height. It would look like a painting if there had been a sea next to it, but unfortunately, Misaki City was very much landlocked. While it was overcast in the moment, the scene was quite breathtaking on clear evenings. The view was the one thing that made the arduous climb worthwhile, and today she had been denied even that.
雨の日は自転車も使えないし、1日に2回ぐらいバスでも通ってくれないもんかな、ほんと。
Aoko had been using this road to get to school for almost 2 years now, but the journey had never gotten easier.
あれ、鍵閉まったまま？アリス、まだ帰ってきてないんだ。
Alice is such a foreign name. So European, so English.
Right.
Compared to all these very Japanese names. With a weary shrug, she put her hand on the rusty iron fence. Quietly, the heavy gate swung open as if to welcome her home. Yo, it's this song! Yes! My favorite piano piece. That's how you know it's peak. If it features Ginopedy? Ginopedy? I don't know how to pronounce it. Ginopedy number 1.
This song is everywhere.
Yeah, this song is
good.
everywhere. Especially
It's so
in this game. In this game, the track is called Afternoon Nap.
Oh, honestly, that's a really good name for it. It really captures its vibe.
It's not. I can't believe this song is also in Homestuck. I just.
Yeah.
I just can't unthink of it.
It's just, yeah, they really just ripped the song. It's really funny. It's really funny.
It's a good song. I love it.
It is. It's so classic. There sits atop that hill a haunted house. That is how the story, much shared around town, used to begin. But fresh rumors about the house had sprung to life almost as fast as the town's modernization. Despite being dilapidated and abandoned for many years, lights can be seen inside the house at night. An angry murder of crows often gathers atop the hill before mysteriously vanishing. Children get lost in the fog, never to be seen again. Late at night, a shrieking sound can be heard all the way to town. This particular piece of slander was the one Aoko wished to discredit the most. The final rumor was of an eye-catching luxury car that sometimes made its way up and down the hill. The rumor spread and grew by the day. And while they grew, the house that everyone thought had rotted away was restored over the recent years. Deep in the wood, on top of a hill no one dared to approach. Like a ruin, shrouded from view even on the brightest of days, stood a relic out of time, a building from a fairy tale. The house was the Kuonji Mansion. Kuonji? Kuronji? I don't know how they romanized it.
I think it is Kuonji.
Okay, Kuonji Mansion.
Yes.
Everyone in town knew about the witch's house on the witch! Oh my god! No fucking way! Knew about the witch's house on the hill. It was an unabashedly haunted house where Aoko Aozaki resided for reasons known only to her. So she has a sixth sense? She lives in a supposedly haunted house? Okay, alright. Okay.
You said it.
Needless to say, it was not really haunted. The Kuonji family home was a grand Western-style mansion with a long and storied history, stretching all the way back to England. Oh? I wonder if that's like the origin of Alice's very European name then. It was too small to be a dormitory, yet too big to be called a house. The main building contained as many as 3 normal houses worth of rooms and was surrounded by a large, all-encompassing courtyard. The perimeter of the grounds was surrounded by a high, iron fence covered in thorny vines. There was also an annex to the main building. Given such extravagance, it was no wonder that it inspired rumors. To the town residents, the mere existence of such a lavish and out-of-place mansion on top of the hill was a cause for suspicion. Rumors, lies, and slander were the prices to be paid for fame. With only 2 lodgers, it was hard to... Oh, sorry, I'll be just a moment. With only 2 lodgers, it was hard to disagree with the perception that vampires must be living here.
ま、私はともかく、アリスはそういうのやりかねないし。
She put her hand on the front door. It was a grand double door that would have paired well with a brass lock, and yet it was secured with little more than a simple keyhole. Pushing it open with one hand, she entered the supposedly haunted house. And, by the way, if vampires were not enough to scare you, ghosts were known to appear on certain nights. Yeah? This is another classical piece, yes? Very famous? I don't know its
Yes.
name, though.
I think so.
Much like the weather outside, the foyer was overcast with shades of gray. Perhaps by deliberate design, the architect had chosen not to include any lights in the entrance area. The ceiling was 2 floors high. The only light in the room came from the skylight. It was particularly gloomy on rainy days. On moonless nights, it was like the world itself ceased to be. Aoko decided the drawing room to the east would be a good place to rest, but knowing that she would not be able to relax until she changed clothes, she started up the stairs. The stairs curled up the wall to the 2nd floor hall. There was a 3rd floor attic as well, accessible from the far end of the hall. She had never set foot in there in the 2 years she had lived there. Lived here, though. So she lived here for as long as she has been going to school, to that specific high school. Okay. The Kuonji mansion was more or less divided into 2 wings, east and west. Aoko had been given the entire east wing, but 2 rooms were more than enough as far as she was concerned. She had no desire to open a door that would trap you in a storybook world or lead to an attic that had only been used for storage these last 5 years. Damn, the rent must be expensive! Aoko's room was at the end of an east wing's long corridor. She had elected for a smaller room for no other reason other than that she thought it would be easier to clean. It was furnished with a large bed, her beloved mahogany desk, and a wardrobe and chest for her clothes, and 2 9-shelf bookcases. That was the extent of what she had brought from home. Her entire life of 16 years, reduced to this. She'd also borrowed the next room down for her own purposes.
そうだ。アリスにもらった見張りと壊れてないかチェックしないと。
You got a watchtower? But she gifted you a watchtower? A whole watchtower? Okay.
The whole thing.
The whole thing? She needed to see if the project she had been working on all night had borne fruit. The study next door served as proof of the life she had been living for the last year, and how different that life was from the one she had lived before. It was not a room for the person she had been. It was a room for the person she would eventually become. A place of solitude that only she could enter. Or so she thought.
うわ、壊れてるどころか、跡形もなく消え去ってる。やっぱ自己流アレンジはまだ早かったか。 いいわよ。笑いなさいよ、コマドリ。
Oh. The nosy neighbor that had intruded upon her sanctuary flew away. While not exceptionally talented, Naoko did not lack for effort and was not afraid to fail. One could have almost mistaken her approach for optimism. I've seen the sweater. It's the sweater. Wow. Wow.
Guys, the sweater, but also guys.
Yeah?
The voice, you guys chat. Guys, you guys know about Phineas and Ferb?
What? What about Phineas and Ferb?
Dude, the voice actors of Phineas and Isabella just got married.
Oh! Wow, congrats to them. Yay!
Dude, love wins.
Love wins. Good for them.
Phineas and Isabella is real. It's canon now.
Wow, good for them.
I think it's always been, but like it's real. It's real now.
I was so curious as to like how this specific CG and like visual novel related to Phineas and Ferb. Like I was I was like, yes? What's the connection? But yeah, good for them.
Good for them. Now everyone can look at Alco forever now.
Yay! That is actually crazy though. Good for them. She changed out of her uniform and returned to the first floor. Yo, jeans with like pink thread?
It's
down the
cute.
stairs. It is cute. She opened the door to the east wing into the corridor as dark as a cellar. The absence of windows meant it was pitch black without the lights on, so she flicked the switch and entered the nearby doorway. TV! Sunny! I know that brand.
電気のない生活か。想像したくないな。
It had been her idea to update the drawing room. The walls were decorated with extravagant patterns, and around the room were large, majestic sofas, and a luxurious Persian rug. Amidst it all was a 30-inch television that seemed completely out of place. It stood looking over the other furniture like the emperor with no clothes. The mansion's owner would have rather done without it, but to a commoner like Aoko, it seemed like an essential commodity, so she herself is not rich. Okay. She just lives here. They had fought over its presence at first, but eventually came to an agreement and now mutually enjoyed this modern comfort.
なんだ、人のことは言えないか。うちも案外時代錯誤な家だった。
I'm middle class. Now in a somewhat pleasant mood, she decided to brew some tea. She boiled some water in the kitchen, prepared a teapot, and made herself some black tea. Ooh, I could go for that right now.
Yeah.
These are such beautifully rendered teacups. And like...
Right?
I'm like astounded by how much detail is in all these sprites.
Wait, hide the text?
Oh, how do I...
I think it's C. It's not. I think it's X. X.
Okay. Oop. X.
There you go. Oh my god.
Oh, wait. Fuck. I somehow did it. X? No. C? No. Escape?
B.
V? H? Z?
A.
Oh, Z advanced it. No! I'm sorry. I couldn't do it.
It's okay. You guys saw it.
She took a sip of her tea, then another. Wow. Backspace? Maybe?
I think it is backspace, maybe.
I'll try that next time there's text on screen. Lulled by the ticking of the clock, she took a third sip as she pondered how to spend her afternoon. And now I will try backspace. It was backspace!
Who's backspace?
Now we know. For future reference. The sofa almost seemed to be inviting her, and she sunk even further into its comforting embrace. Aoko clearly opened her eyes as she lifted her body up from the cushions. This was no dream or delusion. At some point, a girl had sat down across from her.
Here she is.
Not the least bit surprised, she reached for her teacup. But the tea within had gone completely cold. She asked a question to the girl on the other side of the table. The girl answered without lifting her gaze. When silent, she could have been mistaken for a beautiful doll. The girl sitting on the opposite sofa was reading an old book. She had delicate limbs and pale white skin. Not a hint of humanity emanated from her melancholic aura. She had darker hair than Aoko, and her icy eyes were focused on the pages in front of her. Her clothes resembled that of a nun, but were of actually her school uniform. What kind of school? Okay. In Aoko's humble opinion, the gloominess suited her. She evoked something like out of a painting. There was something unreal about her, as if she were frozen in time. The white of her gently arched neck. I can't read. The white of her gently arched neck was so lovely that even Aoko found herself enchanted by it. The girl was one of the haunted house's 2 residents. Her name was Alice Kuonji, and she was the same age as Aoko. Now we can look at the ceramic. Wow! So beautifully rendered. Wow!
1時間と少し。ここで眠ると風邪ひくわよ。
Alice answered indifferently. Not that it bothered Aoko, who was now used to it. She looked at the clock on the wall and saw that it was already 7. She had been asleep for 2 hours. The day had been a rough one for her, and she had slept little the night before, so it was no surprise that she had dozed off for as long as she had.
起こしてくれてもよかったのに。せっかくの紅茶が冷めちゃったじゃない。私が来た時はもう冷めてたわ。でしょうね。行ってみただけよ。
Aoko drank down the rest of the cold tea in one gulp. In the poorly heated Kuonji mansion, that was enough. That was more than enough to clear her head and wake up. Is every place drafty? Is every place just cold and poorly ventilated?
Just cold as hell in this damn engine.
Also, see you, Blaze. Thanks for stopping by.
See ya.
こうなると、フォートナム&メイソンも何もないわね。おかえり、アリス。玉の贅沢もあんた抜きじゃ閉まらないってことかしら。
That is a very form-fitting sweater, to say the least.
Yeah.
Bro, it's hugging each of them separately. That's crazy.
今日は薬日か天中殺か。ちょっと早いけど、お参りってのも十分ありかもね。
Aoko shrugged her shoulders as if resigning herself to her fate.
それで、何があったの？
After 2 years together, they knew each other quite well. Aoko had one way of asking questions, and Alice had another. Alice asked without raising her head, and Aoko gave her the details.
まず謝らなくちゃいけない。昨日徹夜で完成させた例のあれ、意味がなくなっちゃったのよ。ちょっと目を離した隙に沸騰しすぎて壊れちゃったみたい。そうならないよう、循環のコードを2、3本外したり縫合したりしたんだけど。
Circulation codes. Aoko tried to laugh it off as if it was someone else's problem.
どういうこと？今朝休養が入って学校に呼び出し受けたの。そこで転入生の世話を押し付けられて1日が無残にも消費されちゃって帰ってきたら跡形もなく消えてました。
The watchtower? Or something?
怒る？
Huh.
アリス。
Maybe something else.
Ooh.
Ooh.
別に青子の器物破損にいちいち怒っていたら一生分の口論をすることになるでしょ。代用品はあるからまた一から始めればいいわ。それより怒ってるのはあなたの方じゃないの？
Oh, her eyes are just pitch black. I see.
The beautiful black eyes.
Whoa. Alice was very much on point today. It was true that, despite outward appearances, Aoko was seething with frustration. That aside,
この転入生っていうのがひどくずれててね。すごい山奥で暮らしてたらしくて、こっちの常識が通じないんだから。三問以下って言葉があるけど、あれって本当のことなのね、アリス。
Alice raised her head in response to hearing her name. But Aoko kept going on before she could get a word in edgewise. Aoko, after all, expected no sympathy in the first place.
初対面から尺に触るやつだったけど、教室を案内した時なんか失神しそうになったわ。そいつ、教室で教師と1対1で授業を受けるもんだと思ってたらしいの。それはそれでまだ流せる。許容範囲よ、あの程度の冗談は。で、私が簡潔かつ丁寧に教室の何たるかを教えた後で、そいつなんて言ったと思う？それで青崎、他の教室は何に使うんだ？ですって。教室に他も何もないでしょ？なんていうか、そいつは少しでも説明を怠るとそのままで納得しちゃうのよ。
Nodders.
何も疑問に思わないというか、想像力が欠如してるっていうか、想像することに慣れてないっていうか。まあ、一度言ったことはちゃんと分かってるっぽいからバカってわけじゃないんだけど。あなたが人を批評するのは珍しいわね。そういうダメな人、気にするたちだったの？
It's such a tiny little book. So petite. Wow.
みじんたりとも気にしないわよ。けど、明日からどんな間違いをしでかすのか、ちょっと心配なだけ。
It's not like I care about it or anything.
I can't make anything.
What she was really worried about was having to clean up that mess if and when it happened. That had to be it. Surely. If not, it would mean she had no real idea why she could not get him out of his head.
とにかく変なやつなの。案外アリスと気が合うかも。三問一回はいい言葉ね。
But from her eyes, it was clear that the question of whether they would get along was irrelevant, given that they would never meet in the first place. Aoko gave a non-committal response.
ところでアリス、さっきから何読んでるの？
I was wondering that myself.
霊的進化論の二次創作。スピリチュアルダイアリのまがいもの。
I wonder if this will be relevant.
ああ、スウェーデン。
Visual novel mentioning something?
新書なら退屈だけど、これは偽書だから。彼の欠点と長所を劇的に褒め上げている。よくできた冒険小説のようよ。立ちはだかる秘密組織の名前がカントとか気が利いているわ。筆跡はあなたのおじいさんのものだけど。へえ、あの人そういう趣味まであったんだ。割とユーモアがあったのね。惜しい人を亡くしたわ。
Huh. So, like, they're not related, but they're close enough so that that Alice could recognize the handwriting of her grandfather? Or maybe, I guess he had a signature, maybe. That, I don't know. Aoko seemed nostalgic over her now deceased grandfather.
あなたのおじいさん、夏に頼りをくれたけど。よしてよ、死んだものと考えたいのに。
Aoko sighed and laid back on the sofa. The soft cushions caved in under her weight.
話は戻るけど。
Alice shot a glance at Aoko. Oh, music fading? Okay. Her body, buried in the sofa, remained as still as a corpse. It was clear Aoko had tuned out of the conversation. Alice silently chastised her with a look. The more she thought about it, the less important the events of the day seemed to become. If she just ignored Alice, the conversation would end there. They would eventually get up and leave today's mistake unresolved for another day. However, that's not the kind of person Aoko Aozaki was.
いいわよ。何？
She asked, still lying down.
今日できなかったのは少し痛いわね。だから反省してるって。学校優先は一人前になってからでしょ。
Aww. I guess. In the beginning, when she was a kid, she was like, oh man, magic is just fantasy, right? Or was that something that was mentioned in the present? And I'm getting my times mixed up.
Narrate.
Okay, as a kid.
Mhm.
But her grandpa was probably magical, but there was only so much he could do when the kitten was dying. I see. Ah.
Mhm.
And somehow Alice knows about him. Okay, and I guess they're all magically inclined here. Alright. Okay.
ならいいけど。
The coldness in her voice made Aoko gnash her teeth. She knew what Alice wanted to say. She knew better than anyone. The veneer she wore for school was different than the way she lived at home. While it could be called hiding in plain sight, Alice thought it was silly. And what the silence told her was,
覚悟を決めろって言いたいのよね、あんたは。
today's failure was not a colossal one. It just happened to upset the delicate balance between her home and school lives, chasing one at the expense of the other. She's like Hannah Montana, but magic in school. And yet, that careless mistake was a clear sign of Aoko's lack of commitment.
アリスは関係ない。これは私が私で決めなくちゃいけないこと。
Damn. So, she could either have magic or an education, I guess? Sabrina the Teenage Witch. True! She'd only known for sure for the last year and a half. But she'd had a hunch for as long as she could remember. Make the choice, and the day will come. It was little wonder that her morals and conscience has been stripped away. Aoko pushed herself back up. She was met by Alice's cold beauty and wordless gaze.
オッケー、アリス。来週中に決着をつけよう。それでいいんでしょ？ええ、青子がいいなら。
Aoko could not help but shake her head, feeling like she was hearing something similar for the second time that day. Even in the comfort of her own, she couldn't banish thoughts of that country boy from her mind.
じゃあ、下準備はよろしくね。私まだできないし。場所は例の公園でいい？妥当な線ね。あ、でももう一軒の方は？
That other thing.
そっちの方が急務じゃない？時と場合、森に変化があれば教えるわ。
Bro, Alec is right. They are vague posting queens. I'm so... Huh? Huh?
They want to kill each other so bad.
Bro. After that brief exchange, Alice returned her attention to the book on her lap. Shop talk was over. Now, they could return to their normal relationship as roommates. Aoko grabbed the remote and turned on the TV. Since Alice was busy reading, Aoko decided to tune into a variety show that had already started. Alice started to speak, but suddenly cut herself off. One of her delicate hands raised to her mouth. She would always cut herself off the second she realized she was about to say something trivial. Sometimes her self-restraint would hit too late, and she would make a gesture like the one she was making now. It occurred to Aoko that the "ah" sound her cute little roommate made just now was different from the "what?" she blurted in times past.
何？
Aoko turned down the volume on the TV, her intense eyes lit up like those of a mischievous cat.
どうということはないんだけど。ないんだけど？
Alice looked away bashfully, not knowing if she should bring it up or not. It was times like these that her expression carried a real warmth and surprising charm. If he could see her in this moment, Alice's father would have to admit that her name suited her perfectly.
今日帰ってくるときおかしなものを見て誰かに話そうと思っていたんだけど
Aoko nodded, beckoning her to continue.
つまらない本当に意味のないことよけどどう考えてもそんなことをする理由がわからない青子人間ぐらいの大きな猫がひょこひょこ出前をする理由ってわかる
I was the mascot.
Oh! Oh, Sojiro! Oh! Oh! I thought it would be a rabbit or something, but it was a cat! I see.
Aw. Cat.
Lots of cats imagery in this game. Lots of kitty cats. For a second, Aoko thought Alice was trying and failing miserably to make a joke again. One would think that about anyone, really. But she seemed completely serious. This was not a /J. Even if Alice's sense of humor fell flat for Aoko, this story already sounded more fanciful than Alice's usual attempt at jokes. Aoko concluded that her roommate was talking about something she had actually seen.
その話には2つぐらい信じがたい部分があるけど、1つずつ論破していい？いいの。私もからくりぐらいは思いつくから。ただ、理由がわからないから聞いてるの。わざわざ精巧な猫のぬいぐるみを着て、出前のてんやものを届けに行くことって。
It is literally just that. It is just that. It's true. You got it right.
難易度以前に、それをやる人間の常識性を疑うけどね、私は。
Alice nodded tentatively at her words.
まあ、世の中いろいろあるから。私たちみたいなのもいれば、下界から遮断された山奥で暮らしていたやつまで10人十色よ。私だったら、見かけたら声かけて理由を尋ねただろうけど。
Alice's gaze drifted at that.
暮れゆく住宅街にさまよう出前猫か。背景が夕焼けだったらファンタジーだったでしょうに。
So much fantasy stories. So, Alice's name has to be like a reference to Alice in Wonderland. Surely. Surely.
Surely.
今日の夕飯どうする？せっかく話が出たし、私らもてんやものにしようか。
Aoko loved getting takeout, and her face glowed as she spoke. They had no hard rules for dinner, but if one of them was in the mood to cook, they made a point to make enough for two. At the very worst, this meant entire weeks without dinner. But the two of them agreed that this was the system that worked best for them. Whether they found cooking to be too much effort or simply liked ordering out, nights like this were a common occurrence, much to the chagrin of the restaurants of Misaki Town. Delivering to the mansion meant coming all the way up to the top of the hill, the source of their disgruntlement. Bruh, Uber Eats drivers would hate them. They would hate them.
時間は8時前。ギリギリセーフね。私今月がいいな。あそこの月見そば最近ご無沙汰だったし。
Oh, so this has to lead to a
Just get the
comedic moment.
order from the top of the mansion, and they're just like, "Fuck, I gotta go here again."
Gonna go here
Bro.
again.
I know this has to be Sojiro. Sojiro's gonna be the fucking poor sod who has to deliver the food. Oh my god. The Hungry Student Council president laid out a stack of takeout menus like she might fan a deck of cards, excitedly scanning for anything that stood out. The hazing ritual of new employees. Bruh, you gotta take your delivery up to the top of the mountain, bruh. Alice casually responded without sparing so much as a glance.
悪いけど、私夕飯済んでるの。
And with those words, Aoko froze. All deliveries required a minimum of 2 items, but she was out of luck without an accomplice. Cruel society had decided that it couldn't be bothered to deliver to a princess who only ordered a single serving of food. Oh, I like the arrow where they live. That's so
Yeah,
far
up
away!
there.
Oh my god.
The mansion, right there, points to the mention underneath the word mention.
Incidentally, to counteract orders from the Hilltop Mansion, the restaurants had declared the minimum number of orders will be 3 starting next year. Oh my god. Aoko and Alice were still in the dark to this fiendish change in direction.
この裏切り者だから帰ってくるのが遅かったのね。帰宅部、学校までバス徒歩込みで片道20分のあんたがなんで5時以降に帰ってくんのか考えるべきだったわ。
Unfortunately for Aoko, she had been too out of it to even remember that she was the one who had fallen asleep.
ああ、ひどい女。そういう時は残された一人のためにお土産買ってくるのが暗黙の了解だったのに。私だってこの前の外食の時はアリスの分も買ってきたじゃない。
It was unknown how serious Aoko was being, but she was visibly angry. She had already woken up hungry that morning, and from the time she was called into school until now, she had consumed nothing but tea. It was a small miracle that her stomach was not growling. She knew it was her own fault, but she persisted, wanting to get revenge on Alice for scolding her earlier.
この前ってあれのこと？あなたが都心に出向いた時、夕食にお寿司を食べてきたのに、お土産はなぜかコンビニエンスストアのビニール袋だったって話？
True, she should have went to the cafe. She should have went to Beans.
True.
Aoko had kicked a hornet's nest.
何よ、買ってこないよりはマシでしょ。真実は時に隠蔽すべきね。
Alice's icy gaze pierced right through her. Aoko had certainly crossed the line by going on and on about how the sushi circled around the restaurant while Alice ate her convenience store meal. But new things fascinated her, and she couldn't contain her curiosity towards the conveyor belt sushi shops that started popping up at the time. They were nothing short of miraculous. Even honesty can be a sin, given the right circumstances.
わかった。わかりました。じゃあ今回のは前のと帳消しってことでいいわね。
Alice went back to her book without so much as recognizing the question. The fact that she did not confirm it made Aoko anxious.
仕方ない。今日は薬日だし、おとなしく台所に立って料理の腕を磨くとしましょう。
She stood up, announcing her intent to no one in particular.
あ、聞き忘れてた。アリス、どこで夕食済ませたの？
Alice's hand froze on her current page. She suddenly shut the book she was reading and stood up, as if at wit's end. She walked across the drawing room with her book in hand. When she reached the door, she stopped and turned towards Aoko.
聞きたい。まあ、なんとなく。
Aoko nodded timidly, cowed by Alice's sudden vigor. Alice continued in her matter-of-fact way.
その猫が余ったメニューをくれたのよ。
Huh. And with that brief response, she left the room. Oh, we finished chapter 1! Wow!
We did it.
Wow! I guess this would be a good time to save. That's a lot of save files.
You get a lot.
Oh, tea time, little happening of last night. Yay! Oh, how are you two feeling? Would you like to keep reading or should we call it here for tonight?
I'm good.
Man.
Yeah.
By the way, Oh, yes?
I may have something I need to do. I might
Okay.
need to part ways.
That's okay. I think we should call it for tonight then. We've read enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got past day
The
one.
first chapter.
At end of day one, yeah. Chapter one as well.
Yeah.
Wait, hit escape? Okay, it says B for back? No. What? Ugh. X? No. C? I know Z is confirm. Escape. Okay. Whew.
Okay.
And I should
did it.
check archive, you said. Whoa! First star mistake cat. The winter morning. A day in her life. Day in her life 2. Girl in the manor. Swinging 7 days. Huh? Oh, they're title screens? Oh. Oh. Oh? Is that spoilery? Maybe I shouldn't be looking. More chapters. The game will skip these.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they're like additional reading stuff?
Yeah. We get to read them probably like in between.
Ooh.
Oh.
I see. In that case, we could start the next stream with these.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I shall put it back for now. Yay! I would recommend reading them immediately for the full experience. Damn!
True.
But would you have time? How much time do you have, Kanye? Do you think we'd have enough time to read them, or should we just call it here?
Let me see.
Oh, not right now. Okay, okay, sounds good. Then we'll read them at the start of next stream. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
How do you guys feel about Mahalia so far, Danny?
I'm enjoying it. It's a lot more. Well, maybe it's just the pace of it that makes it very, very nice and slow. It just seems very. At the moment, it's very normal with some magic being introduced, but it's very like, wow, boy meets girl. Wow. So nice, so fun. I can't wait to figure out what's wrong with his neck, and what happened, why she moved out of her home, and what's up with her roommate, and why they have an entire mansion to themselves. Oh boy. Wow. And her grandpa with fucked up magic or whatever.
Honestly, I would do like early visual novels before like the plot really gets going and it's just like establishing everything. I honestly kind of miss doing that. Honestly, like just how like it's slow to start for some visual novels, but like overall it's like really worth it with just like how much stuff they put into the beginning.
They gotta set it up so they can knock it all down later. I'm thinking of Higurashi and how Lita and I never got very far into that, but we were still in the very beginning where we're just getting to know the town and meeting all the kids, and we're like, yay, it's so nice. I'm so scared of what will happen to these poor kids. Oh no. And what little we read of Yumineko, or wow, this sure is one quirky family on vacation.
True.
I sure hope nothing happens here.
Yeah, pretty much. I should continue that at some point. It was very fun. Or maybe I'll stream it. Who knows? Who knows?
Ooh.
But okay. Thank you for joining me for this. And thank you, Blaze. Oh wait, Blaze is gone. But thank you to Blaze for buying me this game. Yay!
Yeah, shout out, Blaze.
Shout out, Goat.
And thank you for you two for joining me. It was a lot of fun reading with you guys. Yeah!
Yes. It's always
when I
fun
got
reading.
When I got the game, I was like, I need to invite Groot and Kanye to read this with me. It would be so perfect.
Yeah.
Yes. Alright, any last words for chat before we leave?
Chat, make sure you brush your teeth and eat your favorite food.
True. I know I'm gonna do that. I'm feeling like Aoku right now. I'm ravenous. I need to eat. I'm a hunky bunky. But yes.
I wonder what's for dinner.
I wonder
what's for dinner. Thank you guys for joining stream. And for being so understanding when I switch channels back to this one for streaming. You guys are the best. Love you all. Okay, bye! Bye!
Bye, chat.